Sup, we decided that casting new tier 3 wasn't enough, and so we have to open the vault and cast some really, really old tier 3 that nobody got to. I'm gonna go post in our Discord right now that we're doing this cast because we're both on Team Horse Emoji, and you should expect the cast to be appropriately biased. Oh yeah, I also have to click start because I'm the one with the replay. Yes. Not used to this. So we had to figure out some back channel ways to get the replays because we did not plan ahead and request access in advance. So it's okay. We got these. We got the replays somehow. We're starting the game. I hope this doesn't. Oh yeah, we at least. I'm like, I hope this doesn't mean I'm observing. It is still least observing. Yeah. I'm liking characters, clan tag, all in. That I think that fits with his style, his vibes, his mood. Um, character notable. I don't know if he did it this season. Last season he had the best race pick ever, which is that he race picked all mirrors. So he just played PvP, ZVZ, TVT. Um, I don't know what happened. Like most people race pick out of mirrors, so I'm not sure what happens if he like hits someone who's like, oh yeah, I play like PvZ, ZVP, PvP, and he says I play only or PvP. He says I only play yeah, ZVC, PvP, TVT, pick one. Um, I think when that happened, the admins like just made him coin flip for it or something last season. Anyway, character's cool, but he's going down because Microgreen is on Team Horse Emoji, and Team Horse Emoji's tier 3 squad is like LeaSt and I's team usually is somehow the best group in the team. LeaSt and I are always on the same CPL team, and our CPL team is always really bottom heavy for whatever reason. We get all the good tier 3s and all the lazy tier 0s. No offense, LeaSt. Okay, maybe a little bit of offense. All right, so PvP, we have here the first big branch. Character with 2 gateways, microgreen with 1 gateway and a gas. This feels. I feel like I don't see this a lot in your programs, but I do see this a lot in the CPL, where one of the Protoss just wants that nice comfy 2 gate, the other Protoss wants the 1 gate tech. Tell me about this, LeaSt, because I know you're a 1 gate tech user that is frequently complaining about how much harder it is to hold the 2 gate than it is to do the 2 gate. Now, when do you build a shield battery? Because I do some. Well, we're gonna have a fight real quick. It looks like microgreen getting the better of this initially, gonna get the first zealot kill. Oh no, not quite. But now we're down to goon time. This goon is not shooting. Sometimes goons do not want to shoot. These things are the bane of my existence when I try to play any Protoss, because it's like the more you try to get them to do their thing, the more they don't want to do it. Like when you it was at a high cost though. We're down to 17 probes for microgreen. That's pretty rough. And it looks like behind this character has already got the expansion up and two more gateways. Two more gateways? It's a lot of gateways. Yeah. We are getting to the point now of critical mass with the goons though, where they kill the zealots kind of quick, or a little quicker. I guess it depends how close up on them the zealots get. Yeah, LeaSt was asking me earlier, like, "Oh, are you even going to be able to cast PvP?" And I was like, "Yes, LeaSt. I know that more goons is more good. That's how the matchup works. Just gotta have more dragoons than the other person." Yeah, it really feels like you need to either go with like Dark Templar or something, or Reaver, something that's gonna make like a what's an asymmetric advantage, right? Because if you just try to make more stuff, I mean, character's got the two bases, he's got all the gateways up, he's just gonna be able to make more stuff. Yeah, two gateways. It is difficult. Yeah. Yeah, I think looks like character's just gonna clean them up here. The zealots with speed can chase down the goons too fast, and character has his own goons, so you can't even really like just sort of stand and fight. And there's just nothing back here that can even this advantage up. It's just gonna be too much. Zealots are good. Just send zealots to your opponent. This is how I enjoy playing Protoss. I think character did not send the rest of the goons. Do we have Reaver on the way? I see a robotic support bay. I hear my cat breaking something in the kitchen, but I don't hear Reaver on the way. Oh, Reaver on the way. There's a possibility. It's not a strong one, but it's there. Nice, nice. We didn't do a sound check. Hype. Am I extremely quiet? So at this point, Microgreen has the second base up and running, are down some probes. It just seems like it's going to be really hard to ever catch up to this supply differential. Character has 8 gates up and running already. And Reavers are good, but they don't replace 5 gateways worth of production good. Yeah, that's rough for sure. Yeah, yeah, this looks like a real army. And it's gonna run in. It's gonna snipe the Reaver. It's gonna attack with the Zealots. And Microgreen seems like maybe just accepting fate here. Sometimes you gotta, if when pros do this, the caster's always like, oh yeah, they're digesting the loss. They're thinking about it. And we got the GG. Sometimes you gotta leave your Nexus completely idle, for no good reason. Gotta do it. And yeah, for any future sound issues, you can totally just DM me. I assume that basically everyone watching this stream is friends with one of the two of us on Discord, so stuff's wrong, yell. Hi Vermin. Uh Vermin says LeaSt has do not disturb on. Is he talking or is this Packrat solo cast? I poked LeaSt already. LeaSt? Inaudible. What a cast. Value. Well, Vermin, thank you for letting me know. This is not meant to be a Packrat solo cast, so you probably got a pretty weird version of game one. Well, while LeaSt attempts to fix his audio, uh, up in the top left, in the yellow, we have character victorious in game one, and in the bottom right, in the green, we have microgreen. I didn't notice until this game that microgreen green, but that owns. I think it's really cool when players have a color that they like, that they pick, they stick with. Don't you, LeaSt?
I
Are you there?
love it. I love it. Can everybody hear me now?
I've-
Is this a thing? How about
Let
now?
me open
Can you
up
hear me?
our stream so I can listen to the dulcet tones of my own voice, and maybe also yours.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, right now I'm hearing the dulcet tones of an ad.
I think I can hear myself actually. Let's go.
Nice. Firm.
Okay.
Can you hear LeaSt? Quiet ass MF, but audible, right? Like not totally muted,
Okay.
maybe?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. Up your volume, you fool.
The dulcet tones of LeaSt spouting stupid bullshit. Let's go. Stream ruined. Yap.
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah, you are quiet. Boost your volume a tad.
Okay. How about is this? I'm at the maximum volume. Do I just have to talk louder?
Maximum volume. You might just have to talk louder. You got to project. Did you ever do any acting in high school?
Never done any
Were you
acting whatsoever.
not a
I'm
school play type?
very quiet person. Oh my god, character is
I was gonna say. Meanwhile, in the
such a
game that
shithead.
we're supposed to be paying attention to but aren't because we're fucking around with the stream settings, looks like Microgreen went for a 2-gate and Character went for a Nexus first right into 2-gateway follow-up. How do you feel? I feel like if I was a 2-gating player and I saw this would be one of those games where I'm like, I probably should win, but I'm gonna lose, and I hate that.
Mm. Believe it or
Because,
not,
like, are
this
your
is
zealots
actually
gonna get here in
extremely good
time?
for the 12 Nexus. No, it's not. Even
Yeah,
his zealots were a little bit late, but even if the zealots were on time, there's just enough
they're
to
not
hold.
on time.
There's
Yeah.
just enough to hold for the 12 Nexus player, and then of course you're way ahead on eco.
That is pretty brutal. Because, yeah, it takes these zealots, seconds, precious seconds to walk across the map and start punching this. It's not like they can kill the Nexus. Like, zealots aren't gonna, like, knock down buildings that fast. Oh, we lost the probe.
Oh my god, that's
That's
so huge.
huge.
That's so
That's
huge.
huge.
The probe changes the math on a probe kill from 3 zealot hits to 2 zealot hits, so that just changes the game right there.
Now we're fighting one zealot versus two. Cannon going up. This cannon's honestly overkill. We just like have more zealots right now. I don't even need this. Okay, well this is bigly rough. I did miss a mana pylon. I don't know if you caught that on the stream. Mana pylon, a little annoying, but I don't think he's got a whole other set of minerals to mine from. I think he's gonna be okay. We're up four. I say we. They. The vicious. What other team is this? What team are we
The
casting that's not our
uncoachables.
team?
The
The
uncoachables.
Uncoachables. The Uncoachables. The Uncoachables are already up 4 probes.
Wow, this is disrespectful.
Even
I know
supply.
we're.
Where's the rest of the supply? I
Uh,
guess it's just zealots. Sometimes we have
Microgreen's
extra
just a
zealots.
macro god. It's ironic that his name is Micro because he's all about that macro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Is that a third cannon? Okay, I was like, third cannon is actually just wrong. All right, but it's just a pylon. Sometimes you need supply. Making a cannon in our own mineral line to knock down the mana pylon. This is a character level play. Microgreen, meanwhile, looks like we got a Citadel of Adun coming up and our own Nexus. Now, this Citadel of Adun, we thinking Speed Zealots, or we thinking Dark Templar? I mean, we know that our opponent has a cannon in the main and cannons in the nat, which to me makes Dark Templar seem pretty meh.
a pretty
But
strong follow up actually
Speed
is still
Zealots?
going because if you have 2 Dark Templar and even
Zealot
maybe
Dance
2
Party.
Zealots,
Yeah,
love
you can just
this.
bust the
Love
cannon.
this.
Zealot Dance
Yeah,
Party.
you need like 3 Dragoons at home, even with the cannon to take on a Dark Templar drop.
You know.
So it's very easy for the
Third
12 next player to
cannon.
get over.
Fourth cannon. Okay, I
He
think that
said,
character is
"Fuck it."
actually overly defensive here. I don't think that all these cannons are necessary, and he's not that flush with cash. I mean, 28 probes is good, but, you know, that's not like so much money that we could afford to just throw away on cannons. Like, don't have any tech, don't have any extra gateways. I guess we got this +1 attack coming. That's pretty good. Does +1 attack change the math significantly on Zealot versus Zealot action?
Not as far as I'm aware. Zealot versus Zealot is such a niche late game interaction.
Yeah.
Or mid game interaction, I guess. But both these guys, it looks like Micro is just going Citadel
Going
of the
leg
Goon for
speed.
Zealot speed. And
Sometimes you just want your Zealots to be speedy. I mean, I guess if you could just like run up onto these cannons and kill them, like Zealots kill cannons pretty fast.
cannons also
But
kill Zealots
we
pretty
have
fast, so.
fewer Zealots than our opponent does right now. We're down a whole 10 supply. I do not like attacking when I'm down 10 supply in a mirror match. I
I
guess it depends on the supply, but
tend to concur with that. We are going Templar Archives. We'll see what happens. Our boy character is also going Citadel of the Dune.
I think it is worth
nuts.
noting, and character knows that I'm not just dunking on him, but you know, when you're cast in tier 3, it is important to point out like these nexuses are only an advantage if we make probes with them. If they're idle and not making probes, then the economic growth is actually not that great. Like we're even on probes despite having the nexus first. That's kind of rough. That doesn't mean we're 10 army supply up though right now. And leg speed, okay, leg speed's gonna kick in for microgreen, and it's still a little ways away from character, so I think microgreen can just leave. Only one cannon at home though. I don't know if that's enough to even the odds. Cannons do a lot of damage. All right, what I'm learning today is cannons in PvP better than I give them credit for, maybe, or maybe overbuilt. You never know. I'm very afraid of cannons as a Zerg player. Like I don't like the photon cannon.
They have some good value in this matchup. I feel like it's I don't know. Character just fucking walking away. That's big plays. He has a full control group of Zealots versus about 8 units. He said, nah, fuck that shit. I'm walking around. He's got to be waiting for... Yeah, he's waiting for Zealot legs to finish.
Oh, of course, of course.
You got to wait for Zealot legs to finish, right? Yeah, obviously. This is so funny, dude. Oh my god. He's...
Templar Archives on the side of... Oh, and Psionic Storm coming from microgreen. Okay, so this is where we enter proper late game PvP, is once someone uses the Psionic Storm.
Well, I can't tell... I think characters
gonna get
just
frisky
gonna
with the control group of Zealots.
Oh my god.
I don't think you can fight this though. All these goons and
There's
cannons
so
does too much damage.
This is actually...
I'm just gonna lose all these Zealots and not do much.
Just like that, the army advantage is completely lost.
Alright, so early game is over, and now we enter the mid game even. Light tech advantage maybe to microgreen?
Yeah, I think micro's in a good spot.
Storm is probably better than +1 attack.
He's got Storm, he's got a Forge with a second one on the way. The only thing that character's got right now is he's got 8 gateways. And microgreen still has 7, so it's not like it's a huge advantage even for him. Characters just says, fuck it, let's get a 3rd Nexus. Just failed an attack, let's go 3rd Nexus.
Yeah, I love this. Just lost my army, 3rd Nexus.
Fuck it.
And microgreen says, no, I do not permit this to happen, and he's going to kill this probe for good measure. And start +1 well, +2/+1, I guess. Yeah. The classic 2-1 timing push from the Protoss.
I'm just going to put this out there, man. This is not... I hate character so much for the way that he decides to live. He just fucking makes Speed Zealot Archon in PvP. And he's like, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Character, the supply is already fucking 15 up for character, so... While we do have a tech advantage for micro, Speed Zealots and Archons can be pretty dangerous. Micro, huge supply block. Oh my god, that's tough. You know, it's a bad supply block when the first couple pylons go down and you're still supply blocked after that because you've got shit queued up.
Do we actually have any Templar? I don't see a Templar for microgreen.
They're coming up the... There's only a couple of them, but they're coming up the map right now.
These Archons, well, I mean, in the
Oh my
meantime, these
god.
Archons hit hard, and these goons are trapped trying to get over the
Oh my
bridge.
god.
This is a Dragoon's worst nightmare. You have to get through a small choke in order to live.
Yeah, you just know it's not gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, it's over. Okay, but it looks like character's gonna very politely allow his opponent to just walk back over the bridge and not lose everything for free. So that's pretty cool of him. Um, do see High Templar now with energy, so we have Psionic Storm, and Psionic Storm against clumped up Speed Zealots can do a lot of damage very fast. One
Yeah,
Storm I think
it's
doesn't kill a Zealot, right? It's 150 damage.
it's 75, I think. So it
No,
no, I'm pretty sure
75
it's
wouldn't kill a
75.
Hydra.
Wait, no, you're right. I'm an idiot. I think it's like 125 because a tank has 150 health, and it doesn't kill a tank, right?
Protoss players and underestimating how good Psionic Storm is.
I'm pretty
Name a
sure
more
it's
iconic
75.
duo.
Pretty sure it's 75.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
All I
It
know
does
is
like
I
20
click the
damage,
hydras
man. I
and
don't
they
know why
die.
everyone thinks it's so good.
I just click
Yeah.
the hydras and they die. I don't have to count.
All right. Well, it's not enough to kill a Zealot in one hit. We're pretty sure of that. Pretty sure it's not one-shotting a Zealot, but it will really, really soften them up. And with all these Dragoons, the army quality definitely goes to microgreen, but there is something to be said for quantity, in which character is still a little ahead. He's got a few extra probes and about 10 extra army supply.
We've got
We
it.
do see
This
some
is
dank Templar from microgreen and no observers. No robo for either player, in fact. Oh, wait. For microgreen, I'm slandering him here. So microgreen has observers coming on the way, but character has none, which means the character just cannot fight wherever there aren't cannons. Luckily, character's made a good chunk of cannons, but none at the net yet. So if microgreen actually just ran in here, I don't think character could defend the
yeah. He could get
DTs.
all these probes killed at the third. There's just nothing here to see anything. Unless character is just the godliest Archon microer, he could do the thing where he attacks his own units. That the
Oh yeah,
DTs are
kill
standing
kill a
nearby.
DT with Archon Splash.
That
That'd be
would
pretty
be
good.
the
You could
fucking
storm them.
sickest shit of all time. This DT that's chilling at the fourth is gonna absolutely ruin character's probe's day. Jesus Christ, character's almost
It's okay.
maxed out.
Character's gonna take the other fourth. Character is almost maxed out. Character with his, 3 race style, he can make a lot of stuff. He knows how to make stuff. Let's see. Have we figured out? Has character yet figured out that the DTs exist? Developing chromatic booster, faster observer movement speed. Now that's when you know you've got it made as a Protoss, is when you're getting the observer upgrades. It's like hell yeah.
You're just sad. Oh, character's moving out here, but he's having to go across these bridges. There is so much conga lining.
Storm.
Oh my god, these storms are doing like 35 damage a pop. This is insane.
Zealots are pretty good, man.
Dude,
I don't know. The Zealots just gonna run across the bridge and kill everything.
I do not respect.
Here we are being like, oh yeah, the army quality. You gotta make Dragoons and High Templar in this matchup, and characters like, how about 100 supply of Zealots? You like 100 supply of Zealots?
God.
Man, 100 supply of Zealots look pretty darn good right there. They just killed all of Microgreen's army. He's like, yeah, you got a DT, that's fine. I'll deal with that later. He's just like body blocking this one Archon.
Tilting to watch. He's just. You gotta respect character because he just doesn't give a fuck. You know? He's just like, I'm just gonna do
Yeah,
my
he's
shit
like,
that I
yeah, you
wanna
can
do.
kill my army, but I'm just gonna kill your third. What are you gonna do? You get 2 DTs. They won't kill this many Archons that quickly. Does need to actually focus this Nexus if he wants it dead, but it looks like he's gonna finish it off.
There's just too much shit here for character. Character's just gonna walk in and end the game. Nice little counterattack.
Run off the ramp.
But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, Dark Templar fighting some probes. Not gonna die to a photon cannon. Does one DT fight one photon cannon? No, right? That'd be bullshit.
It does so much damage, but it's just
ridiculous.
It's a little squirrely little boy. Has no health.
Okay, so characters has the moment of like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot something. Got a robo on the way. Still need an observatory.
Well, even with the DT attack, which was great, don't get me wrong. Character's up 10 probes because of how many probes died at this third. So, very commanding situation for character. Up 50 supply,
Character just
up a
pylon
base.
block this Nexus?
What a
Just
fucking...
pylon blocked the third.
Bro.
Bruh.
I am irate right now.
What
Genuinely so irritated with this style of play. This is the kind of thing that if I was playing against it, I would have left approximately 7 minutes ago, I would say. As soon as I see all the speed zealots come, fuck it, I'm out. Okay, big attack here from Microgreen. Down 40 supply. You love to see
have
it.
Storm? Does character have Storm?
Character does not have Storm.
They
All he's been
have
doing
Storm.
is...
Yeah.
All he's been doing is making
What do you
his Archons.
what do you think about suggestions some people have made that maybe they should add an attack to High Templar so that they can attack? Well, then there's the parallel suggestion that arbiters would actually be better if they couldn't attack.
I think the only way to balance the game is to give the arbiter attack to the High Templar. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I do like the fan theory that actually just the arbiter would be a significantly better unit if it just didn't have an attack. Because the units that don't have attack like instinctively run. Like as soon as they like if you attack a High Templar, it just like defaults to running away. But if you attack, like when one Goliath attacks an Arbiter, it's like, oh ho ho, a duel, you challenging me, and then it dies horribly because an Arbiter does like 4 damage per minute.
I can't think of a single unit that 5 arbiters combined could kill, you know? Send 5 arbiters to click on one turret.
It's like does an Arbiter duel a Marine? Like one Arbiter, one Marine, who wins? I'm
pretty
not
sure
sure
the
it's the
arbiter
Arbiter.
wins, but not convincingly. For a unit that has 600 health almost, 350 health and 250 shields, it doesn't put on a good showing.
Health?
Yeah, arbiters are tanky as hell. That's how you can get recalls off, even though they have 17 turrets at the exact.
I am about to Wikipedia the Arbiter because I literally cannot even believe that.
No, it's so sick. It's so fucking sick.
No, it's 200 150.
Oh, fuck
what?
me.
I'm like, no way it has 350 HP. That's not possible. Now, let's see how much damage Psionic Storm does. Let's see how much damage Psionic Storm does while I'm here. 112 damage over 8 ticks. Okay, 112 damage.
Alright, that was kind of close.
It's lower than my 150, but slightly higher than LeaSt. Yeah, I think it's 75. New Psionic Storm can't even kill one Hydra. That'd be something.
So tragic.
I would love playing ZVP in a world where Psionic Storm does not kill one Hydralisk.
Dude, oh my god, my friend. Despite having at least a 50 supply lead for fucking
a minute,
the entire 20 minutes of the game. For the entire 20 minutes of the game, he's had a massive supply lead, it feels like. And we're just going to get to max out versus max out, where they both have the 4th base at the same time.
Let this be a lesson to you, Tier 3 players, and really just players everywhere looking at you, ArcadePlus. Just don't leave games. Just don't leave.
If they're not,
you don't need to leave. Make them kill you. If they're not killing you, why leave? You can stick around.
There is indeed a max out. There is indeed a max out. And if you get there, they cannot have a bigger army than you. Look at this shit. Micro has 20 less probes, meaning he has 20 more army supply. He's going to run right into 4 cannons, but it doesn't fucking matter because he's got so much army supply.
And character's gonna make the decision to come home to fight this, it looks like, instead of counterattack.
With none of his Archons. He has like
Yeah, these Archons, these
10
are on
Archons
smoke
over there.
break.
Fuck 'em. Oh my god, that
Oh, look at that
Psystorm.
storm!
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
both
goodness!
Psystorms
Six
doing
storms! Six
6
storms!
storms. Storm!
This is what we needed Arcade for. We tried to get Arcade to come join us as our third caster who would just like yell Storm and Tanku and stuff. And he said he would do it, and then he backed out at the last second because he's like that. So just imagine a nice farm boy from the heartland yelling "Stormoo" whenever you see a six storm. Like that one. That one was pretty nice. I liked it. It is really hard to tell. I'm glad that Microgreen's not making that many Archons, because once both players are making a lot of Archons, it is hard to tell who's winning fights.
You cannot
You're
fucking
just,
tell.
you're just like, oh boy, it's the Cotton Ball Brigade.
So ridiculous. And we saw the power of the Archon right there, because Micro was definitely up like 30 supply, but it was all Zealots, and then 10 Archons came
Yeah,
and just
the Archons
massacred the
arrived.
entire army.
Yeah, Archons versus Zealots is kind of disgusting. Archons versus most
so
stuff is kind of
tough.
disgusting. They're really good. Anything that clumps at all. Basically anything except Terran units, which are so good that you can't even use Archons against them. Archons are really good.
Vermin in chat, this PvP is making me think about the power of Terran. Vermin's ahead of his time. He caught
Vermin is ahead of his time.
Okay.
Vermin is our intrepid Zerg coach.
Big storms,
good storms, good storms. Where's Arcade when you need him?
Storms.
Big
Oh
storms.
my
These storms
God.
are big. Storms are huge.
These are fucking.
These storms
Oh
are
my
psionic.
They're
Storms are
fraudulent storms.
chronic.
Fraudulent
Okay.
storms.
Okay. Once again, it looks like we're going to be allowed to stabilize. Microgreen has quite a bit fewer probes, and quite a bit less supply, and no fourth.
No fourth.
And no fourth.
And
these are all bad things. Yeah, these zealots could probably kill this base, but they're just gonna hang out. This is like one of those, kind of like how there was like a Christmas armistice during World War One. It's like that. Although character now is in the dangerous position of having his whole army be zealots, which, as we've learned, is bad. Zealots are. I'm gonna say something that's gonna make all the Protoss coaches like eyes roll all the way out of their head, but at this point in the matchup, the Zealots are kind of like Zerglings are in other matchups, where like they do a lot of damage, but if it's all you have, they just die really fast.
That's actually so valid. That's
Thank you.
Extremely true. Archons demolish Zealots, obviously, as we've seen. Dragoons don't do a ton against Zealots, but they kind of kill everything else pretty well.
If they're in big enough numbers, they can kind of just like kite them, and the Zealots can't get surface area. Storms are good against Zealots.
Extremely good.
Character's got like 5 forges. I don't know what's with the forges.
Where are these?
Okay, we must have lost the original forges, so now we're making forges at the 4th base. But I guess you just want to gum this up so Zealots can't come in here and fight your cannons. Microgreen really needs a 4th Nexus, and he is going to make it here. Character's not, like, flush with cash either, though.
He's just making so many fucking Zealots. And Archons. Really? The Archon Zealot meta is the new... It's the new meta.
Yeah,
I
move
still
over,
don't think I've seen
Dragoon.
any storms from character. Why would he research
He's
storms?
researching. Yeah,
God.
well, why? To what end?
To what end? Will we see a storm from character before the game is out? The world may never know. You know, this is one of those things, like me playing against Zerg, where I'm like, okay, they don't have any drones, so they just mine for longer than me, and it kind of doesn't matter that it kind of doesn't matter that character's up 50 probes, because all his bases are about to mine out. And
yeah, 50
Micro
probes and no mining bases is kind of meh.
It's if he holds this Nexus, I still think it's pretty even. I'm not gonna lie. I say as character is 50 supply ahead for the umpteenth time this game. However, can he
Character's
kill?
gonna knock down this stasis cell with one zealot.
That's hilarious.
This will take a
Big
minute.
fight. Big fight. Oh my god. The storms
Big
are
fight. I
insane.
wasn't watching. I was watching a zealot fight a stasis cell.
The storms are
Storms
insane.
are amazing. Storm's really good, but so is 50 army supply.
Yeah.
50 army supply is pretty good. But
There's
is it as good as Psionic Storm? I'm
I don't
not
think it's as good
sure.
as Psionic Storm.
It's not as god.
Gotta be
All this,
regretting his
and
decision
that's
to
only
ever
doing
make Psionic
75
Storm.
damage.
That's crazy that only does 75
Crazy,
damage.
those 75
You
damage. I mean,
truly-
imagine if it did like over 100. That'd be incredible.
Where is all
That'd be like the
character
best.
supply?
That'd be like the best spell in the game.
Character is 50
Don't at
supply
me.
ahead. I have no idea where any of his units are. Oh my
Well,
god.
20 of it is probes.
20 of it is
20
probes.
of it is probes.
There's
Which
17 unrallied gateways here.
there's
A
the
man
zealot
after
fighting
my
a
own
stack
heart.
stasis cell. Oh yeah, these gateways are not rallied. This is the least special, truly.
This is because then if they recall you for some reason, then you just have the units here. You
Yeah,
know?
they're just hanging out. All right, more zealots here to fight. This High Templar has Psystorm energy. Will we use it? Yes. One more? One more? Yeah. Stormoo! This might just be too many Archons, though.
He's just right-clicking the
think
Nexus.
This
Yeah, and the
Nexus is gonna go
die
down?
again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And a bunch of the probes. The microgreen can't really afford to lose these probes. We got like 20 probes left. It's getting to the point where even if we establish a fourth base, we're not gonna be able to saturate it.
Microgreen, are you still in the chat right now? Can we get a roll call for Microgreen? We'll see what happens. But yeah, like you said, this is characters going for a fifth for the second time. Still, he's officially mined out from all but his fourth base. So we've got the classic I made less workers than you dilemma here. But you know what's better than making less workers is having 50 extra supply. So we'll see. Character looking like he's ready to attack, try and bust down this third that he's been unsuccessful.
Well, he's been successful. The success just hasn't been permanent. He's killed this third before.
That's true.
He's killed this third. He pylon blocked this third after killing it one. That's like some old school like Carthaginian wars shit. Like sow the fields with salt so they could never put another nexus there.
Oh my god. Okay, he's here. He's here. Microgreen is here. Also, this is so disrespectful from character, by the way. Character, you're...
Yeah, it's like, which fifth should I take? I know, your fourth.
Okay, so this is why I asked.
Brutal.
Micro, I deeply enjoyed hanging out and playing games with you last night and looking at your games. This is the worst PvP I have ever had the displeasure of observing. I deeply apologize that I had to say that to you, but this is the most PvP of all the PvPs.
There are truly two Protoss in this matchup.
There are two Protoss.
They are both playing the Protoss.
That's so disrespectful. Why you gotta be this way, character? Holy shit. He doesn't take either of these bases. He's like, no, there's units there. I can't do that.
Storm.
Storm? Okay.
Although it's only gonna get shields? No? Okay, it's gonna kill some... I don't know how many Zealots you kill with just, like, flinging Side Swords for it to be worth, but it is worth noting. Character has opted for the shield upgrades, which makes sense because he's clearly a Archon enjoyer. No shield upgrades yet for Microgreen. Microgreen is getting that third armor upgrade, but no shields just yet.
And
Zealots fighting a bunch of Archons, though? Yeah. Zealous fighting Archons, though, kind of rough. Okay, character using the Psionic Storm, mostly on his own High Templar, but some of them do hit. And now it is character's turn to lose this base.
There's no shot. They have equal army supply. They have equal army supply. Characters mined out of all but one base. We're still mining from one base here, but we're about to be mined out.
I have no idea what's happening in this fight. I think microgreen killed everything. Okay, yeah, goodbye this base.
Microgreen, despite the odds, is up in army
Character
supply. He's about to regain his fourth.
Character can't make a fifth because this Dark Templar is chilling here.
Micro is taking this bottom left as well, so he's going to try and get to 5
This
bases.
Zealot, can you zoom in on this Zealot that is trying to kill these stacked stasis cells? Because he's been doing it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, this Zealot.
this
fucking
Zealot, man.
Finally just realized the way might be to
No, dude, this is like Zealot Milton, right? Where they're just like, okay, we're gonna need you to head down to the basement and kill 10 stacked stasis cells. It's like, oh, come on, man. Like, can't I go do like regular Zell stuff? Like, nah, this is really important. We need you to kill 10 stacked stasis cells so that we can maybe make a base here one day.
Okay,
it's still blocked by Dark Templar though. This Dark Templar's got 3 kills. There are enough minerals left to afford a Nexus. Okay, barely. Microgreen needs to not make anything else, otherwise he will not be able to afford the Nexus.
He does have this Nexus.
Always long distance mining. It's impossible. Making probes right now. This is the most optimistic move I've ever seen in my life. Where you're just like, you know what I need right now? I need some probes. I don't have any probes.
This base. I think this base in bottom left was supposed to be hidden,
but
it was literally
it's hidden
right
that one of the casters didn't even notice it.
Literally right in front of character's probe. And I don't think... Okay, character is going to go for the kill here. And this is going to be so tragic. This is going to be so tragic. On the bright side,
can you imagine being a recently warped in probe, and then 12 Zealots just run in immediately and just like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?
Fuck
mining?
that shit.
No.
On the bright side, he did get like 4 more probes out of that deal. 5 it looks like. So he's got that going for him, and he did mine enough minerals to put a Nexus down at his regular 4th
That's
location.
good, because we got 20 minerals left at our last phase. Okay, there are 132 minerals sitting at the NAT, and we should mine those. Like, we should allocate some probes to mining those minerals. They are not insignificant when the game is in this kind of a state.
This is so crazy. He's about to mine out the 4th. Can Microgreen survive long enough for character to mine out? Because character is never going to take this base because Dark Templar exists. Oh my god.
And the Zealot is still working on the space cell.
There's 3 now. Fuck these Zealots.
A couple, yeah, now he's got backup, gonna work through these stasis cells. One day, this probe will be able to path to this base.
Fight incoming, a lot of Storm and a lot of Archons. Storm for character, Archons for Microgreen.
As I say, the positions are kind of swapped now. This time, Microgreen with all the Archons. And they're just bathed in these storms. So, like, yeah, Psionic Storm, that shit only deals like 75 damage. I'm not worried.
It doesn't. It's not even good. Let's be honest here.
And it looks like Microgreen is going to end up with being the one with units left over, and character kind of doesn't. Where is character supply? Okay, I know we keep saying this, but where is character supply? There's a few Zealots chilling bottom. There's a few Zealots working on some stasis cells top. We got these units in the middle. There's a lot at the rally, and I feel like it can be really hard when you're in a late game like this, but character kind of needs to, like, just take a second to go, like, inventory the map and, like, get all his shit together. Because if he, like, fights with it in little tiny pieces, then Microgreen's tiny army can actually just kill it.
Oh my god, character
like,
is literally chasing all these Archons down with only High Templar.
Yeah. These High Templars by themselves are just gonna die. Yes, more from the Archons.
It's right there. Character. I know we're rooting for Horse Emoji. I know this is a biased cast by design.
We like character. Character's a buddy of ours.
Character's a buddy.
Character's a buddy.
Send your Zealots, bro. This is crazy. I can't believe that Micro might win this. I say
Dude,
that
8 health Archon.
There is a very strict timer on character. He's only got about 100 minerals left on most of his patches at the 4th.
That's, I don't know. I see one here with 420 minerals left, which, aside from being a great number, is also enough for a Nexus. Yeah. You know what I'd love to see? I think you can storm these probes in the low ground, right? Like, that would be a legit play right now, is just walk up and Do you need line of sight to storm? Can you storm up a high ground that you can't see?
No, you can't. You have to be able to see it.
Yeah, well, we have an obs. Well, the character's got an obs. My character could totally just walk a high Templar up here, and storm is only 24 probes. If you like take out a bunch of them, that's a pretty significant gimping of the economy.
He did have that option, and then immediately walked his probes into the Archons, or walked
Yeah,
his obs into the Archon, which is unfortunate. But yeah, no, that would be
sometimes
a
you gotta
sick
do
move.
that.
That would be a sick move, just putting this shit right here.
Sometimes. The zealots are like, holy fuck, another stasis cell.
Oh my god, this has happened at least 3 times just that I've seen.
They're
Where
never
the
gonna kill
zealots
it.
take out the stasis cell and then they sit there for 30 seconds because they don't auto target the next stasis cell.
Yeah, because there's no way to make them auto target the next stasis cell. I don't think.
Character goes back, clicks the
Yeah,
stasis
these
cell again. I've been doing this for 20 minutes, but this is definitely the time that it's gonna.
these are designed for those of you who don't know and haven't tried to knock these down. These are designed to be really only clearable by stuff with splash damage. I want to say there's actually like 10 of them in there, and so if you don't have splash damage, it's really annoying. Siege tanks, lurker spines, just don't as Protoss. I don't know. Let's play Protoss best play. I mean, other than Storm, but Storm doesn't hit buildings. Thank God. If Psionic Storm affected buildings, that would be really something.
We'd take down that Nexus 75 damage at a time.
Yeah.
Non-stackable, by the way. Oh my god, he's just not taking another Nexus. He has
Wait,
maybe
no.
enough
Put
of these
the
minerals.
stasis cells. The stasis cells are finally gone.
Oh my god!
Also, there's 48. There's 48 minerals here that exist literally just so your probe can mineral walk to it. But in this scenario,
why
we should mine these.
do you see what is happening in the middle of the map right now?
I see
What
we're
is
making
this
a photon
cannon
cannon.
in the middle of map for character?
Photon cannon. We're just claiming
Is this
space. Just claiming space.
throw strays
Character
at
plays
observers?
character plays TVT, okay? He understands the value of, high ground as a resource, right? And so it's just gonna claim some space.
Oh my god! I really am rooting for character at this point.
I'm still
Because
not rooting for character, but you know what? I can't really be mad. This probe, can we make a Nexus? Can we make this Nexus? We've been waiting to make this Nexus up in top right for like 20 minutes.
The entire game, really.
It's longer than I would have played about 3 games in that time. Maybe 4 if they were good ones.
I just wanted it to be over, but character's all mined out. I don't think that he's gonna make another Nexus here. And
I don't know. There's 48 minerals chilling back here. You can mine that.
All of a sudden, Micro has at least 15 advantage in army supply, and is mining. So I mean, he's got.
Have we done it?
Which is nice.
Have we done it?
This is the most insane comeback that I've ever seen in my life. If Micro goes from being down game 2, like 50, 60 supply. Oh my god, no! He has 386 minerals, not enough.
Ow, what a number. I love that number. 386 is a great number. It's okay. There's no dishonor in long distance mining. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Sometimes you just gotta long distance mine.
My favorite part is this mineral field here that he could have been mining all along to get to this Nexus does have actual minerals.
It'd be enough.
So
yeah.
It would be enough to get your Nexus, and it would be so much faster than long distance mining from this base.
It's okay. Long distance mining is cool. Playing the game the way Blizzard intended it. You weren't supposed to have optimized mining with all your patches neatly in a row so you could mine them from a single easily placed town hall. You're supposed to mine resources off of random corners of the map. Okay, but here we have lots and lots of zealots fighting a lot of Archons and Dark Templar, and I don't see any observers. This usually goes bad for the zealots. But I've been wrong about like every fight this game, so maybe the zealots are just gonna like clean these Archons and I'm gonna look like a complete idiot.
This did go bad for the zealots.
It did go bad for the zealots. There's a few zealots. There's like the the Alamo up here, right? Like the last few Zealots trying to hold the ramp against a bunch of Archons and Dark Templar. The Nexus, I mean, can you cancel this Nexus? I don't like canceling this Nexus is conceding, right? You can't.
What?
Cancel the Nexus.
Oh my
What are you gonna do with it?
god! Wait a second.
The
What if he
probes.
takes this
The
base?
probes.
Is it possible?
Yeah. All right, character clearly thinking that, right? Like, well, I'm just, if there's more bases on this map, maybe my opponent didn't kill the 27 stasis cells.
He might be killing my entire main with all of his
Yeah. Who
70
needs a
army
main?
supply, but fuck it.
We got a photon cannon in here. Look at this photon cannon. This photon cannon has been waiting 40 minutes for some action.
And he's really never
Microgreen going for the old age vampire strategy. If you kill their first town hall, maybe the AI will just surrender.
Look at this fucking cannon. Oh my god, there's a cannon on the edge of the map. There's a cannon in the middle of the map. I'm dying right now. This is crazy. And much to everyone's chagrin, we have a game 3 most likely. I can't
It seems likely. I'm not sure what the outs are here for a character. We have 36 supply, 34 of which is probes.
This is so...
Warping in a Nexus, which has been discovered.
This is so silly.
I think it's Jover.
Truly a gem. Truly a gem. Micro... You're a goddamn hero.
EG.
Goddamn hero.
EG.
Well done, sir.
Wow.
Literal 70 supply deficit at one point.
Don't leave games. All you CPL players out there.
They might
Here's
only
your
ever make Zealots and Archons.
Don't leave games. Don't leave games. You don't need to leave. Make them kill you. Oh, I shouldn't start the game yet because LeaSt has to join. It's pretty cool when your observer can observe.
It is pretty good when the observer can observe.
All right, Vermeer. We haven't had like big 4-player map yet. We had a 3-player and 2-player map. On a 4-player map in PvP, what does that affect your scouting? But first, let's introduce the players. I'll do it this time. Up in the top right, in the green, we have Micro Green. And in the bottom right, in the yellow, we have character. So yeah, scouting on a 4-player map. Are there things that you like, because on a 3-player map, like you're going to get the scout pretty fast. On a 2-player map, it's guaranteed. On a 4-player map, you sometimes you get that last scout. Is there anything you last scout in PvP that you're like, oh crap, they're doing that?
Really the big thing about getting a last probe scout, you can even survive 2-gate. It's not really about the early aggression with the probe scout. But if you can get in the base and they're going 1-gate tech, they basically can't go DTs. Because your probe is right there when they have to start range. And if they go range and then DTs, they just have the latest DTs in the world. And if you did any kind of robo at all, if the opponent did any kind of robo, then you're boned as the DT player. However, I will say, it's kind of a based move, because then half the time they'll see your range and just not make any robo, and then you just auto win. Anyways, it looks like both these players, character, neither one making a gas. Let's fucking go. 2-gate versus 2-gate. I'm ready. Micro said, fuck you.
Yeah, I think we saw how good it was in the first game and was like, you know what? Maybe 2-gate. It's 2 gateways. It's pretty good. I like the 2-gate. That's what I always do when I play PvP. I'm not a Protoss main, but it's a fun base build. Now, how important is it? I know if you're playing Protoss or Zerg, it is important to have these gateways be near the ramp so you can get the Zealots to the ramp and block. How important is that in PvP?
In PvP, it's really important to do that for the times that you're going against 1-gate tech, because you're on a little bit of a timer. You want to try and do damage before they get that critical mass of Dragoons we were talking about earlier. So any seconds you can shave off by putting them really close to the ramp helps immensely. In this exact situation, where they're both going 2-gate and neither one's probably going to get any damage done, I don't think it's as important.
So yeah, this is a place that I often get a little bit lost, funnily enough. Like playing 2-gate against 1-gate, I have some sense of like what my advantages are and what my disadvantages are. When I'm playing 2-gate versus 2-gate, I get in a lot of these games where it's like, okay, well I can't get up their ramp and they can't get up my ramp, so see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't have observers, you don't have any kind of scouting, so there's a little bit of rock paper scissors. There's a little bit of, oh,
We do
well, I went
have
for this build and it's good.
we do have a gas coming in for microgreen and no gas for character. Oh, there's the gas for character. Okay, I was gonna say we might see like one player expand and one player not. It looks like they're both. Well, microgreen is going to hold his ramp and character is going to come pressure. Maybe at least poke up. Keep our opponent honest. Well, keep our valiant hero honest, I guess, in this case, because we're rooting for
We're rooting for
microgreen.
micro here. We're rooting
We're
for
rooting
micro.
for microgreen. Um, it is good to keep people honest. Do you have like a slightly faster core here for microgreen? I'm not really sure what the tech follow-up's going to be. Trying to get a zealot little arc advantage here, but it looks like it's not going to work out. Character going to lose zealot to
Oh my
this?
god.
It's kind of dangerous. With the target fire.
Target firing the wrong
Target
zealots.
firing.
This is so sad. Holy shit. And there's two more zealots coming.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are there zealots popping out? Okay, okay. Bruise
He waited for the
zealots?
core to start and then started more zealots. That's wild. Wild plays, but it looks like it's going to work out for him. Okay. The micro. The micro's incredible.
Michael?
He
One zealot lives at 8 HP with 2 kills.
Oh my god, that's
And
insane.
they both start goon range at the same time. Both have the same amount of probes. So microgreen is just up 1 zealot now. But is forgetting to make a probe here. And okay, we got a probe coming. Any tech coming? Okay, so here we have a tech diversion. Microgreen going for the Robo, character going for the Citadel. Now, when I see a Citadel, because of the way that I like to play, I'm like Dark Templar, but it actually has not been Dark Templar for character. Character seems to enjoy the speedy zealots. What do you think is going to be here? If you
100%
just
I'm
if
going
you
for
just
speed
played
zealots
and
over
lost,
character.
if you just played and lost a 43-minute game though, you don't think there's a chance that you might just be like, what if it doesn't make an obs?
Character is a man of principle. Character is
Yeah.
a player. Look, he's adding this third gateway. There is zero chance this is not a speed
Yeah,
zealot.
yeah. No, you're right. Because
This,
like, why? But I mean, do you like stop mining gas?
no, there's
All
no
right,
shot because then
leg
he's got to make
speed,
the Archons eventually. He's got to make the
leg
Archons.
speed.
No
Let's
shit.
go.
Oh
Third
shit!
gateway.
Not again. Okay, at least he's making the support bay. He's making the support bay, so it looks like we're gonna get a Reaver before we're gonna get an Observer. And Reavers are really, until you get Archons, Reavers are your counter to Zealots. So this is looking good for our boy Micro.
Do have an observatory though.
We are getting
Nothing making it, Robo.
Oh my god. There's no chance. There's no chance he gets an Observer first, right?
I
Oh,
don't
he was
know.
supply blocked. That's why there's nothing making it the Robo. Okay.
Ah,
Okay. We're seeing some pokes from Micro, seeing too many zealots for comfort.
yeah. Now
Walking away.
CS. I was gonna say if you're microgreen or any Protoss and you walk up at 6 minutes and you see 9 zealots, you got to know this is coming, right? Like, there's no other reason to make that many zealots. 9 zealots and literally 0 dragoons.
I love the absolute refusal from character to ever try and make a robotics facility. Look at this. He's making a photon cannon in his main just
Yeah,
on the
just
off
in case of
chance.
Dank Templar.
Just on the off chance that he's going DT. I'll lose my whole army and lose probably all of my gateways.
Probably
But
the game,
God
but
damn it, I'm not gonna lose my probes to DTs right now.
all right, the leg speed kicks in. The dragoons are speed goons are goons faster than speed zealots?
I think they're about the same.
The zealots are doing the thing that lings do when you don't micro them, where they walk up and they want to attack, and then the thing moves out of range.
Oh my god, a Reaver's gonna pop out, but he's got to block the ramp. Okay. He did block the ramp. The Reaver pops out. We're looking safe for now. All of a
Yeah, this
sudden,
playthrough
Micro is...
character feels like it was designed to bust a base, but there is no base. Speed Zealots are really cool until your opponent's got a ramp, right? And that's like, well,
Opponent's got a ramp and Reavers. Except for the Reaver is stuck between the Robo and the Pylon. There's no way to get around.
Will a Scarab shoot out of there or nah?
A Scarab, like, if you tried to bust the ramp, a Scarab will definitely shoot out of there. But
Gotcha.
we're not going to be able to expand is the crucial thing right now. We're getting a shuttle, so this Reaver, just forget what I said. Fuck my shit. But Character's Nexus is almost finished. And Micro has not started a Nexus yet. Under normal circumstances, this would be a sure sign of defeat. This would be super dire. Luckily for Micro, he's looking for a Reaver drop. A shit ton of probes, metric shit ton, are getting transferred right now, and there's no cannons. Oh my god, no! Holy shit! Holy shit. Okay, so
there are cannons. Oh, they're gonna stack.
Oh my god, no!
Reaver!
Holy
Arcade,
shit!
where are you? We needed you to yell about the Reaver.
Oh my god, he doesn't have any
That's
units that can shoot up. He doesn't have any units that can shoot up. Oh my god.
Oh, but that last cannon, this main base cannon just took out that Reaver.
Fuck.
Kept the game alive, but for how long? 10 probes.
Characters trying
That's
to bust
not a
up
lot
the
of
ramp
probes.
here in response to losing 30
No
probes to
chance.
a single Reaver,
No
but there's no chance. There's just so much
Well,
shit
there's
up the
goons
ramp.
set up here. There's no way. Yeah. I mean, the goons
Micro-
can't get. He's gonna just let the goons down the ramp. That's a strategy.
Micro, for the first time all series, has a probe advantage, has an army supply advantage. All characters got is the second Nexus, but he's not even making enough money to be able to make probes from both Nexuses.
Yeah, like.
Let alone army to defend the Nexuses. This is looking really good for our boy Micro. Let's see what happens.
Character can afford a lot of High Templar, which it looks like he's gonna make now. The Archon is good. Speed Zealot's not bad either. Fighting out in the open like this could be dangerous. Although there's a lot of goons. I don't know, man.
Just not enough for character.
Yeah, it looks like
you live by the Speed Zealot, you die by the Speed Zealot. And it looks like right now character is going to die by the Speed Zealot. Okay, he's trading pretty effectively, but we only have 3 Zealots left to 6 Dragoons.
Yeah, and the difference being that Microgreen can afford to replace this army, and character cannot. We do have an Archon at home.
Has
Looking
an Archon
scary.
at home. And
we
one
do
Templar.
have...
Did we research Storm? There's no shot we researched Storm, right?
That would be against his principles.
That would be against his principles. Storm?
We got another Templar coming out here to merge with it. Is there
Micro?
Because, yeah, as I say, because this Reaver is just hanging out. I think once this Reaver is able to get in a shuttle, that might be the end of the game. Actually, these goons are going to say, we don't need no stinking Reaver. We'll fight that cannon. Not sure we want to fight that Archon, though. Maybe we'll fight that Archon away from the cannon.
Incredible. Fucking incredible play from Microgreen. I thought it was
the mental fortitude.
The mental
fortitude. What tier 3 players have, the tier 0 players lack. It's the mental fortitude to keep playing.
This is insane.
Character displaying some mental fortitude of his own too. It's just like, okay, yeah, you can kill my Nexus. I got some tricks up my sleeve still. I got a cannon in the main. I got Dark Templar on the way.
Okay.
Is there an obs? There was an obs somewhere for Microgreen. I don't know that there is an obs here.
I
see one obs
directly into the photon cannon.
Nice. I see one obs chilling in the middle of the map. It will take it a little bit to get here because we are not quite rich enough for obs speed. These goons might just kill every single probe before that matters, though. Yeah, Dark
really
Templar are gonna come out.
Oh my god!
Thing is,
just clicked the Nexus.
Yeah.
And he finally
Thing
did.
is,
It was
like,
just a little too late.
The Dark Templar are gonna clean up, but one probe remaining, and we know our opponent has a Robo, right? So like, there's not really a chance that, like, maybe he just got nothing.
We're not coming back here. We're not coming back here.
Not gonna make
fun
it.
To use the DT, though. Honestly,
DT is a fun unit.
I've stayed in games worse than this. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're
You're
just like, fuck
using a
this guy.
scarab for one probe.
Oh my god, character's rebuilding slowly but surely. He's got 2 probes now.
Yeah, but
Come on, man. The
will
game
this
is still.
Reaver will this Reaver drop out and murk that probe?
He has not been kicked from the game yet. There's still
Okay.
a chance.
The Observer has arrived. Which spells doom for these DTs. Can 3 DTs fight 3 Zealots? I think they should be able to, but they probably can't.
No, I think they're able to fight 3 zealots. Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, this Reaver was waiting for there to be multiple probes to hit with the same Scarab. And, I think character is digesting the loss. I think there's not a whole lot left to be done. We got some DTs that are gonna go try to be annoying, but, like, there's 2 cannons. Microgreen is, like, mined out, but I don't think he actually needs to make anything else to win this game.
The Observer comes and he doesn't even have the DT left. The Reaver's just killing every single probe.
That's the last probe. 0 probes. 7 kill Reaver. These DTs are going to walk in here, see 2 photon cannons, and tap out. It's my prediction. It's going to walk in here, immediately die to a photon cannon.
The rare 0 supply.
That's 0 supply. That is, yeah, not one you see often.
I mean,
so you know what? After a 43-minute game, I might.
Characters
left the game.
No GG from
No
character.
GG. That was
Holy
a pretty
shit.
brutal one. Pretty rough. Damn, what a game. PvP. What a matchup.
What a matchup. Sometimes
that's definitely in the top like 6 matchups.
You gotta make the Speed Zealot sometimes. And sometimes you gotta make the Reaver to counter the Speed Zealot.
Alright, so next we're doing Quantum Leap versus Lamb. Means we get to root for a Zerg. You excited to root for a Zerg, LeaSt?
I actually
Can you root for a Zerg?
Rooted for anyone that's not a Protoss in my entire Starcraft career. So this is gonna be new for me. This is gonna be new.
It's gonna be new. You gonna get into it?
I can
feel the Zerg.
I can root for a Zerg like in theory, you know. We'll see if this.
But in practice, not sure.
Is it a Protoss we're playing against? Oh my god, it is. Yeah, sorry, I'm on Lamb's side. Quantum.
You want to do the introductions?
In the bottom right, in the 4 o'clock position, we have Quantum Leap, our yellow Zerg player.
Our yellow Zerg player.
Horse emoji.
Horse emoji. Team horse emoji.
And in the 8 o'clock position, we have our red Protoss, Lamb.
Zerg versus Protoss. Good matchup. Feels like one of everyone's favorite matchups. Like, TVZ is the one everyone wants to watch. PVZ is the one everyone wants to play.
Let's keep it real here. Any matchup that doesn't have a Zerg kind of sucks. And any matchup that has 2 Zergs also sucks. So really the two good matchups.
ZVZ is good. All right. Real quick matchup rankings. I'll do mine. Then you go. Okay. It's ZVT, ZVP, PvP, ZVZ, TVT.
Okay.
I missed one, but it's TVP because it's so boring. I forget it exists.
That's fair. Okay. Here's my. What the fuck is happening right now? Okay, 1 second. There's a gateway in the main against.
Let's say hold your horse emojis.
Did we
Quantum Leap making a gateway in the main of the Zerg player, making a pool after Overlord?
Did we simply forget that we were playing against a Zerg player? That is the question.
One base tech on this map seems nearly impossible. Because like you can like 1 base tech. Okay, we're gonna do 2 gate. I was gonna say like with like 1 gate, like holding this ramp against Lings with 1 gateway just seems like you die every time. You need a map like Vermeer or something for that to work. So 2 gateways from the Protoss. This is not a strategy that like the real, like the Korean pros like, but it is a very fun, viable strategy. You get to be aggressive with the Zealots. Just go
bring the fight to the Zerg, make some units early on. Don't have to hide behind cannons because you have zealots, and you get to play some fun like aggro, low econ games. Um, but it does have some weaknesses because not you're gonna end up expanding much later, and you have to kind of choose. You can't afford all your tech paths. Like when you're playing like your standard Forge Fast expands, like you can go for your Templar tech and Corsairs and still have money for cannons and like get your zealots and leg speed up and stuff. And you can't do all those ands when you only have one base. So you have to be really careful about trying to scout, trying to guess what Zerg is doing and cover what they're doing and be willing to not cover the stuff they're not doing.
Okay, so we see
I like playing this way when I play PvZ.
the 2 gate. Quantum sees the 2
Zerg's
gate.
gonna see it now. We see 3 zealots now. We know it's 2 gate. So
The
no way
hatchery's
that
almost down. Oh my god, is this guy gonna quantum? Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. I was so scared that Quantum was gonna throw down a third base and
you
just
can.
immediately
It's
lose.
it's fine. No, you don't immediately lose. You can throw in a third base. It's hard, but you can do that. Verm's gonna be in the chat, upset with me for saying that, but you totally can. But isn't it cool? We're making links. We're making a sunken. Can't fight now though. Ooh, well, okay. Appears that both players are under the impression that these Zerglings are scarier than they are. This might be Cold Warp Gates playing this Protoss.
You just know that the more Zerglings are coming. You gotta
Yeah.
recruit three zealots versus 6 Zerglings. You
Yeah.
have to.
Okay, so Zerg getting the laying speed. I would love to see the third hatchery somewhere. Doesn't have to be on the map. Doesn't have to not be on the map. But I would love to see a third hatchery somewhere. But it looks like just gonna kill these zealots, and that might be enough. Facing these zealots all the way home, it is pretty rough if you lose the zealots too frequently when you're doing this build. Can't afford to just throw the zealots away. But it looks like they are gonna get back home at real low HP, and now we got 7 zealots. This is the moment that I think is the most fun as the 2 gating player, is the ability to like come back and reapply pressure, because now Zerg is like had to make a bunch of lings, really wants to drone, right? We've only got 17 drones, but Protoss, like, this is a scary army. 8 zealots.
8 zealots can do a lot of damage, and we're
Yeah.
seeing Quantum run right into the. Okay, he pulls back. It's all good. It's all good. The worst possible thing he could have done there is throw away all his Zerglings for free. At the very least, they're cannon fodder. This third base is extremely ambitious.
Yeah, making 2 creep colonies at home. Well, I think it's ambitious now. If you don't make lings, it's ambitious. It's hard to defend this third with Sunken. I'm not sure Protoss knows it exists. I think if Protoss knew this base was over here, we could certainly at least force a cancel. But instead, won't be doing that. And making a couple of Dragoons to just like kill this Overlord, always cute. Got a Stargate and a Citadel of Adun. I do not think we can afford both of these. I believe we can afford one of these. Maybe I'm wrong.
I certainly don't think we're going to have any kind of significant Corsair presence. We do see the third.
All right.
Base. We do
Zerg has found the
base.
third.
The worst
see the third.
possible timing for the Zerg, because we can't even cancel it. We're just going to lose the hatchery for free.
Yeah, I don't think this can be saved. There's not enough lings. This hatch is going to go down. And that's pretty rough. At least this thing morphing's an Overlord if it finishes. Takes Zealots approximately an eternity to kill a morphing egg. Nice. This Overlord's just going to pop out to like the destruction. Gotta be pretty rough. It's like, oh fuck. Jesus Christ, what happened here?
This Overlord is just filled with rage at Protoss.
Zerg is down to 2 hatcheries. Pretty safe with these Sunkens, right? Like, this is going to be hard to bust in. Sunkens, some Hydras, but like, do you need to get a 3rd hatchery up? And this is where, Hawk is somewhere saying, you don't have to put this 3rd hatchery at this 3rd base. You just make a macro hatchery. Make a few macro hatcheries. We had that game we casted last week where someone just made like a ton of macro hatcheries on 2-base. That was really cool. I think more Zerg should do that. I think I should do that, but I never do.
Okay.
I don't make hatcheries.
Lamb is just ridiculously all in right now. He's got 4 gateways. And he's not going to be able to kill. So, I mean, again, he can force this cancel if he knows it there.
This Corsair can be annoying for sure. There's Hydras out though. Zealots don't have +1 either.
Okay, so we see it here. We see it here. He's got to just go. Yeah, okay. He might be waiting for the hatchery to finish.
It's got leg speed coming too. Okay, leg speed's done.
Yeah,
these Hydras can no longer run.
Attempts to contest.
See, this is what's fun about this build is like you get these scrappy early fights a lot. You know, you don't have a great economy, but neither does Zerg. Zerg's got like 23 drones right now. 22 drones right now.
Yeah, Zerg's economy is super. It's super tough to drone up when you're playing against 2 gates.
No layer either, right? Like just hatchery tech. Quantum Leap's had enough. Quantum Leap's just gonna like throw down the macro hatch. I think this is the right play, especially if given that Protoss does not have his nat taken yet. It's like let's just make some macro hatcheries, get comfy on 2-base. Quantum Leap, Hope Springs Eternal, gonna come back and make this hatchery again. It's like, listen, I got the money. I want that hatch. I want that 3rd base.
The absolute chutzpah of taking this third for the 3rd time. This one Corsair really, really wants to be a hero. If I don't think I've ever seen a single Corsair kill an Overlord if there's anything that can shoot up on the map.
That's interesting, because I've seen a single Corsair kill my Overlords while I chase it with my 3 Hydras a lot.
A single? Oh my god, I can't. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say here. It does
bad, painful.
Less damage than Storm. It does like 2 damage per second here. And as we all know, Storm does about 10 damage per second. It doesn't do that much, is what I'm trying to say. So we do the macro hatch. The lair is coming.
Lair is done. It's finished.
And Lamb just says, fuck it. I know I made 4 gateways on 1 base. I am going to take this Nexus.
Who care that? It's transition time.
Who care that?
Let this be a lesson to all of you. It's never too late to transition.
And we are, believe it or not, despite having approximately 24 Zealots and no High Templar, we just researched Storm. We got 1 High Templar in production.
That's plenty. I mean, how many Storms do you need, really?
You don't
need
storms,
they can't quite kill 1 Hydra, but you know.
This is
get a couple of them.
Admirable for the only reason that you just know Zerg is never ever going to go mutas, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we did
went mutas super hard here. The 2 Corsairs are not gonna be able to contest if Zerg goes hard.
True. These pacifist zealots thought they might not fight these Hydras for a little bit, but then they decided to. I mean, Zerg is way down. Protoss has like double the supply. The only problem for Protoss is that eventually, if Zerg just gets a ball of Hydras and we don't have Psionic Storm, the ball of Hydras gets really, really efficient. Actually, I should say there's one more big problem, which is that Zerg has Lurker aspect on the way, and I do not see a robotics facility anywhere. So, if Zerg just makes some Lurkers, he's going to be unbreakable for a while. Because, yeah, this Robo's not even started. Where's Nablime? Nablime has all kinds of rhymes for this one. I think it's, Robo by 9 by Bisu's design. You do have to keep in mind, if you're going to do a funky build like this, if you decide to transition later, you got to go through the mental checklist of all the stuff that you need to, like, go into a proper mid-game. One of those is Robo. It's easy to forget, but think it might be a rude reminder here if Quantum Leap decides to just make a few lurkers. But instead, he's just going to lose all his Hydras fighting this big army. And that's really good for Protoss.
Always good for Protoss when you can.
Always good for
observe
Protoss, just like
on it.
kill all the Hydras for not a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's okay though. Protoss is going to capitalize on this advantage by sitting at home.
I think we should pull a character here and lose our entire army and immediately take another base.
Yes.
That would be my recommendation to Quantum Leap.
Just yeah, it's like,
it,
all right, it's like, all right, that fight went terribly. Take a fourth.
Take a fourth. They'll never see it coming because it would be so bad to take the fourth at that exact point.
Yeah. We have one lurker morphing. All right, we got one lurker morphing, and there is no robo, so we're safe? Question mark.
With how many zealots we got, these zealots could right-click every single hatchery in the entire Zerg base and just be okay. We'll see.
Leap does badly need to take this third gas.
Oh my god.
Hydra Lurker uses a lot of guys. Right, one lurker, and now, and this is the moment where when I play Protoss and I do this build and I'm like, everything's going great, and then I see those lurker spines, I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot the robo again. And robo started. All right.
Keep in mind, he had 4 storms. He definitely could have stormed down the lurker and then just easily won the game. However,
I do love razzing
having a lurker.
I do love razzing Protoss for how easy Psionic Storm against Hydra is, but Psionic Storming lurkers that are burrowed that you don't have vision of is actually kind of annoying.
Oh yeah,
it looks easy when you have observer vision, and then when you don't, it's like, where are those fucking spines coming from?
And with the spine animation? Are you kidding me? Okay, we're gonna lose all our Hydras again.
Yeah, we're gonna lose all our Hydras for nothing. That's a real Psionic Storm.
We've got like 17 Psionic Storms.
Cannot fight like this.
We did so much damage to our own zealots with that Psionic
and it looks
Storm,
like we're at risk of making the classic lurker mistake. Lurkers are really good if they don't have to move. But then sometimes they're so good that you're like, maybe I'll just move these lurkers and go attack with them, and they become bad really quickly. Although, see here, look, even though we had the Psionic Storms, it's kind of hard to place them, and these lurkers are going to get away. They probably shouldn't have. These lurkers, you know, they're going to be featured on the next season of Discoveries, like I Shouldn't Be Alive.
It takes just more than one storm.
I walked up and burrowed right in the face of the entire Protoss army, and then for some reason they left. I don't know.
They just didn't have any observers.
We do have an observatory. Do we have an observator? I don't see one in production. That would be a really cool thing to produce right about now, is the observer.
Especially if we're gonna take a third Nexus and then not put any cannons down. It would be pretty sick.
Right. Quantum Leap keeps wanting to fight with just the Hydras though, which is really rough.
Yeah, Dragoon, Storm, Zealot versus Pure Hydra.
Yeah, Goon Storm versus Pure Hydra. This is my nightmares right here. Is like I've gone 3 Hatch Hydra and overstayed my welcome, and now they have like a control group of goons and Psionic Storms.
Okay.
All right. Running in the lurkers. There's no observer yet. Still no observer yet, and these lurkers are gonna burrow. Wait. What's that? What is this? What is this thing in the sky? This like cloaked thing.
How many probes can we kill though? These are obviously forfeit lurkers, but how many probes can we kill? Holy shit, we killed so many probes, and there's still no observer here. Where the fuck was it?
This lurker has 12 kills, and the other one has 9. Okay, well, it's worth it to lose a bunch of lurkers if you kill like 20 probes.
The most efficient lurkers of all time, bar none. Not only should they not have gotten any probe kills, really, because you can just see the lurkers walking down and run them away. They got like 5 unit kills. What the hell?
It is worth noting that this game has gone on long enough that we actually mined out of our main. You do mine out of your main reasonably quick when you do this because you're mining on just one base for a good while. So the main is mined out for Protoss. So once we get a few probes over here, we're really just reestablishing 2-base mining, not 3-base mining. Don't have like huge economic explosion that you might expect. And Zerg is taking a 4th. I think Protoss is at real risk of just getting drowned out here pretty quick. I think that last losing those probes was maybe too much, and now Zerg is ahead in supply. And this army, like the Hydra Lurker, can look kind of flimsy when you're attacking into Protoss, but when Protoss is attacking into you, it's incredible. It's really, really hard to break, especially like up high ground. If Lurkers are just already burrowed, they're really good.
Yeah, if I
Picking
see
off a
lurkers
couple of High
burrowed,
Templar doesn't hurt.
if I see lurkers burrowed, I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not dealing with this shit. I'll wait
That's
for
why all
them to
your
come
games
to me.
last 35 minutes.
Exactly. Forge Fast Expand, 35-minute game.
Yeah,
We
LeaSt
still
LeaSt
have not
sees
brought-
LeaSt sees one lurker and is like, right, we're going for the split map victory. Here we go.
Going for the split map here. Okay. Holy shit. We didn't transfer any probes over to
Lurkers,
the third.
lurkers,
The
what are these lurkers doing?
just absolutely. They.
Okay. That was okay. We're style on him. We're style on him. He's gonna throw away 5 lurkers and be like, "You're still dead."
You're
Just gonna walk
dead.
Just gonna walk these lurkers into your cannons. Still had all these. Get out.
Imagine, if you will, Protoss not having Storm versus any amount of Hydras.
It's like, oh, you unwisely used all your psionic storm, killing all of my lurkers. Little do you know, now
Oh my
I
God,
just make Hydra.
He did have a little bit of Storm left and it killed like 10 Hydras, but it's just not going to be enough here. The Naturals forfeit. There's nothing at the
We're digesting the loss.
digesting.
There's the GG. It's fully digested.
Lamb gotta be muttering to himself right now. Zerg is so overpowered. How am I supposed to fight? He just
Gotta
has
be muttering to
infinite units.
himself. Forgot that damn robo again.
No. See, we Protoss, we don't take accountability for our actions. It's always the other race.
The other race's
too
fault.
Easy.
Neo Dark Origin. 2-player map. Not going to be easy to hide a 2-gate on this map. Let's do the introductions. Up in the top left, I'm really not very good at left versus right. I think that's left. Quantum Leap in the brown Zerg. And in the bottom right, I hope, Lamb in the red Protoss. So Lamb sticking with the same color, Quantum Leap changing it up. Do we think that Lamb is a color picker and Quantum Leap is a color randomer?
I think Quantum Leap has got to be a color randomer. Yellow to brown just does not strike
I don't
me
know.
as the...
I do not know anyone who has made brown their color. Right? Like, I don't know anyone who's like, oh yeah, like give me that brown.
Give me that brown. Give me that
yellow, maybe. Poop brown. And Lamb, where is the pylon gonna be? This is the question.
Pylon's gonna be in the natural?
Pylon in the nat.
He said, fuck it.
Lamb mixing it up. Lamb is like, you think I only have one build? Oh, actually, no. I should note, though, this is one of the nats that's kind of nice to 2-gate at. You can just plop the gateways down, and it makes like a nice 1-gap wall. I found this out when I was 5-fooling somebody. It was bad. I died really hard. It's like, oh no.
You do generally like to keep that first probe at home with that, but I wouldn't put it past him.
This could be 10-12 gateway. Okay, but it's gonna be the Forge. 35-minute game? 35-minute gaming coming?
Let's go.
Those of you who don't know the meme, LeaSt always opens Forge, and all of his PVZs take like 35 minutes. Tell us why, at least. Why do your PVZs take 35 minutes when you open Forge, which is every game?
With me seeing a single lurker and running away. I could have a maxed out Protoss army, and there could be 3 Hydra, 1 lurker up a ramp, And I would be like, nah,
But
the
is
play
it
is
going to
just
be
to
Forge
deny
Fast
multi.
Expand, or is it going to be Forge Put Cannons in your natural?
Forge put cannons in
Look
your
at this!
natural
Look at
against
this
an
probe.
overpool. Oh my god, this probe is insane.
Hey, I have lost to that recently, so don't even.
Okay, okay. Quantum Leap
Can't
gotta be frustrated right now. Can't seem to put that hatchery down, but he does manage to get it at the third. Lamb. Okay. Did we make the Zergling? We did. It's not going to be fast enough to punish.
making 4 lanes, which is interesting to me. That's usually like a middle of the road before you've scouted. Just got the scout off. Going gateway before cannon. Now, if we had just made 6 lanes and beelined them, could really put the fear of God into Protoss for doing this. The rule of thumb is that if the cannon needs to be morphing in, or needs to be warping in before the lanes pop on most maps, or if the lanes just beeline, they will get there and kill it.
And
So
this
yeah,
is a
like
long map, but you're 100% right. I think you would have just won the game, even with just these fours.
or at least been really annoying.
All right, we're getting back to everybody's comfort zone here. 3 base, 2 base. I know something about this series of events here.
Yeah, Quantum Leap is like, I don't think you're going to be killing my third repeatedly in the first 10 minutes this game.
I genuinely have never 2-gated my whole life, so that whole game was...
Wow.
I was just
I like only 2-gate when I play Protoss Berserk. I like only 2-gate when I play Protoss, unless it's against the Terran.
I play objectively the worst form of Protoss that there is, and that is not being very aggressive.
Yeah,
I just
just
want to sit
middle of
back,
the road bad toss.
kind of react to what my opponent does, you know. Protoss, it's not the way.
So
It's not
you're
the way.
playing Forge Fast Expand versus Zerg. You're playing 1-gate tech, nothing fancy versus Terran. And then you're playing 1-gate tech into Robo Reaver against your fellow Protoss.
Oh, 100%.
Just like really not giving yourself any free wins, the thing your race is known for.
Exactly. Okay. We're going Citadel. Lamb's going Citadel. I like it. We don't have to worry about making a... Quantum Leap's going 5 hatch, no gas. Both sides fucking love these builds. Fucking love these builds from both sides. We are getting a Stargate. Okay. Love this build slightly less, but it's still okay.
Stargate after the Citadel, yeah, it's usually the other way around, right? I don't know the order
it's
of
it's usually Stargate then Citadel if you're gonna go Corsairs.
Because the problem would be that if this Corsair is our first scout, it's kind of too late, right? Like the Corsair could realistically be getting there like as mutas pop, at which point, like what's the Corsair gonna do?
Or even worse, they make a Scourge or two and then start popping their mutas.
The Corsair flies out and just instantly gets Scourged.
And then we have no idea that the mutas are gonna come kill us.
But instead, this Corsair, if it gets there, is going to see just a lot of drones. And maybe some Hydras. Yeah, Hydra Den. Yeah. Love it. Maybe a lair. That'd be cool too. Not just yet. That's okay. Lairs are for chumps. Who needs them? Lairs are for people who transition. And you know what? You don't have to transition if you don't want to.
You gotta admit. Oh my god. Please don't do it. This is just rude. You're killing the Overlord with a single
Make the Corsair and then just kill their first Overlord. I hate when Protoss do this to me because I'm like, you don't know what I could be doing, but it's never mutas because I don't make mutas except I make mutas. So they're just like, whatever, I'm just gonna like get a free Overlord and then scout you 30 seconds late, who cares? This drives me insane, I hate it.
Oh my god.
Still no lair. So this is making me think you don't really have to get the lair that early with this build because there's like not anything you're gonna get with it except maybe Overlord speed, but I do
I do wonder if Quantum Leap is maybe planning to just end the game with a big Hydra all-in, because that is one of the things you can do, is just skip lair, got your 5 hatcheries, just make a lot of Hydralisks, and go kill them before they can get enough storms up. Because Storm is not started. Okay, Storm is started. We're on the clock if it's Hydra all-in time.
We do have only 2 cannons, and we have
On the clock, no third gas either for... No third gas, no 6th hatch, no lair. These make me... I think we're all in whether we want to be or not at that point.
We've got a pretty sizable group of Hydralisks right here. We're not looking to be very aggressive with them so far.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me think this might not be all in is the 38 drones. It's not like an abundance of drones, but it's probably more drones than you need if you're literally just planning to make Hydras. Okay, we do finally start a lair. So this is just a timing attack. This is how the Terrans like to pass. They're like, no, it's not. No, this is a timing attack. Yeah, so this is just gonna be just a Hydra upgrades timing attack. These zealots cannot fight right now. These zealots need to back the fuck up, lest they get smacked the fuck up.
Can they, excuse me, throw down any photon cannons? Yes.
Photon cannons coming down, but
the Hydras are already here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that the photon cannons are more dangerous when you're going 3 hatch Hydra. When you're just going 5 hatch Hydra, it's like they just can't make enough cannons. They have to have Storm, and I do not see High Templar anywhere. You have a Robo. We remember to make a Robo, but I see no High Templar. I think these Hydras are just going to roll in here and end this. Like, these Zealots cannot fight efficiently enough. If we just rally Hydras, it's Jover. Okay, Zealots are waiting for a sec to see if the cannons would kick in. Zealots can fight decently well, and we haven't rallied our Hydras. There's Corsairs being annoying at home, and we don't have Overlord speed. So it looks like the Zealots are going to clean up these Hydralisks, but the damage might already be done?
Quantum is still about even on supply.
More...
There's still no Storm in sight. There's 2 Templars that still need 20 seconds of
yeah, and
to get
12 Hydras in production. Okay, these got to be some of the sickest Storms you've ever seen, or this game is over.
It's over. There's no chance. Calling it right now.
Yeah, you think there's just not enough time for the Hydras? Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like, even if the Storms are that good, they're not going to exist, because the Hydras are going to come in and pop the High Templar, pop the cannons. I think we're done. Yeah, this timing attack, not a sheath, it's a timing attack, really punishes the Protoss for not having the Storm on time. Because, yeah, the cannons, it's just not enough. If you have 5 hatcheries or productions, their only answer is Psionic Storm, and if it's late, you just die.
This is traumatic for me, actually.
There is actually one other answer. You can get a bunch of DTs and then chase away the Overlords with the Corsairs, but that's hard.
It is hard, especially when there's the Hydralisks all there. You have to be really good at manipulating the Hydras to get out of the way. Anyways, Quantum Leap, confirmed Gosu. Horse emoji so far 2-0.
Alright, we're going to swap to ZVZ so that you have to root for a Zerg. And also so that we get the ZVZ out of the way in case I have to go to sleep before we finish this cast. Because I don't think you want to cast a ZVZ by yourself.
No. I'll shoutcast the shit out of it. He made me
Mutalisks!
They're all on top of each other.
Alright. ZVZ. Everyone's favorite matchup. I think this matchup is good. Let's introduce the players in 12 o'clock. In this delicious kind of battleship gray color, we got ZN. And in, I'm going to say this, 8 o'clock, in the yellow, in the tasty yellow, we have Padamaru, who is playing for the Uncoachables. And ZVZ on this map, so there's not a whole lot of things that are super map relevant for ZVZ, but one of them that's relevant here is this is a map where you don't have a ramp. That is a little bit of a disadvantage for kind of defensive builds. There's a lot of It's a lot of strategies that revolve around like holding your ramp while you tech, and you can hold against a larger number of Zerglings up a ramp. But with no ramp, that's a little harder. So like a slight edge to sort of like Ling Flood type builds, and a slight edge against one base tech type builds. It'll be interesting to see how both players go. It looks like we might see 2 9-pools. See no Overlords in production from either player. 9-pool from Zien. Looks like it's gonna be a 9-hatch from Padamaru. So that's usually the Ling Flood type build that can be good on this no ramp map, because you're just gonna get the world's fastest second hatchery and then make a bunch of Zerglings.
So
And Zien's making an extractor, so it's gonna be like 9-pool speed or 9-pool lair.
Just intuitively, it feels like 9-pool lair should just lose. Does 9-pool speed have a chance against this? What's our course of action here?
9-pool lair is probably better. Neither of them are very good. So 9-hatch is designed to prey on these kinds of 1-hatch tech builds, because they just have twice as much larva as you have, and so they're just going to make a bunch of lings before you can get to your tech payoff. Both 9-pool lair and 9-pool speed are designed to eventually get to Mutalisks. 9-hatch basically isn't. You're just going to make a lot of lings. In theory, if you do a lot of damage, you can like transition to 2-base play, but the main goal is just make a lot of lings. It looks like it is going to be 9-pool speed. You're making speed before the lair. But yeah, he needs to get out on the map with these lings ASAP, because the one thing that you have going for you is the fact that you have the quicker lings. So these lings staying at home for Zien is a little rough, because we're sort of losing the one window we have to like really be aggressive and to see what our opponent is doing. I guess this Overlord got in. I should have paid more attention to that, because that's really important. Looks like both players got the first Overlord scout. So
looking at Zien's,
yeah.
I don't think that he saw it though. He saw a little bit of creep, but I don't think he noticed because he started walking away.
Might not know what he's seeing. It should be clear if your opponent takes off gas and only has 9 drones, and has 9 drones and they're fully off gas, that says ling all in, right? Because that means just like they got just enough gas for ling speed, and then all minerals all the time. So this second hatchery, this is pretty much suicide against this build. Because the problem is, yeah, Padamaru is just going to have double the larva. So it's going to be really hard for Zien to catch up, and the lair is nowhere to be seen. It's possible, because Zien has speed right now and Padamaru doesn't, that if he takes really good fights with speed and just like holds on until his second hatchery kicks in. But see here, trading evenly, like trading not even quite evenly, but even if it's an even trade, is really rough when your opponent just has twice as much larva. Because now Padamaru's up 4 supply, which is a lot in this matchup. And I think if he just rallies, he's just going to run him over. Because yeah, now it's 5 lings fighting 2. Now it's 7 lings fighting 1. Okay, 7 lings fighting 5. It's not quite so bad. But speed is kicked in for the 9-hatch player. This second hatchery is still not up. And at this point, that extra 8 Zerglings is gonna just be impossible to overcome. I think if you want a chance to beat 9-hatch with a build like 9-pool, you really need to make sure you're getting your tech early, because holding on until you can get something like Mutas is the way that you beat this build. But yeah, when you're fighting with your drones in ZVZ, it's usually a really bad sign, and I think this one's donezo.
You just gotta,
9-hatch,
absorb
good straightforward build. Gotta absorb the loss. We got a lot of losses to absorb today, guys. All these losses are difficult to absorb.
We're getting some fantasy GG timings, that's for sure.
Look, we already established, don't leave games.
Don't leave the game.
Make them end you. Especially in CVZ. That game was like 5 minutes, right? Like, what are you gonna lose? Just like take a sec, take it, maybe your opponent didn't macro. See if maybe they're not gonna get it. But, no harm. All right.
Second game though, Neo Dark Origin,
Oh my god.
2-player map
Oh
for
my
ZVZ.
god.
This one is a ramp.
Can I get in the game?
Zerglings do. Can we get in the game? Blizzard, please.
Please.
Zerglings do take approximately 20 years to kill those stacked stasis cells, so those will probably not be a factor. Although, if somebody texts to lurkers, lurkers do kill those really quickly.
Hydra ZVZ. Will we see it?
I hope not. All right,
I
up
hope
in the top left, in the black, Hadamaru, our villain, choosing the dark color. And in the bottom right, in the same olive green, this is olive green, I'm remembering, we have ZN. So it looks like, once again, ZN, color picker, Hadamaru? No.
Is this the second horse emoji player that's picked the color when the opponent has not?
Horse emoji does have a lot of color pickers. I'm a color picker myself. I like my pink. Are you a color picker?
I haven't been, but I'm recently starting to come around to the merits.
Yeah.
You
What's your
start
color?
off the game confident. Don't roast me for this, okay? I recognize this is an easily roastable choice. I'm a big lime green fan.
Yeah.
Which, considering it's Protoss, kind of blends in. But I just...
We got
lime green's
overlords for both players. So this could be interesting. No 9 hatch, no 9 pool speed. Both players opting to go for something different this game. It's a 2-player map, so we're going to be guaranteed to get the first scout, so nobody's going to be able to hide something super easily. It looks like both players going for overpool. Don't see a whole lot of overpool in ZVZ, but it has a niche. Overpool is one of the builds that you can use to go into Hydras if you want to do that, but I don't know a whole lot about how to do that. Hadamaru getting a gas pretty quick. No early gas for Zian, so Zian might be going for overpool into an expansion, or possibly overpool into one of the things you can do is you can just like drop a hatchery at your ramp and like have the extra production and defend your ramp. Some fun stuff you can do with that. Looks like it's just going to be an expansion at normal expansion. So here, slightly weird builds, frankly, but a sort of recognizable situation in ZVZ. We have one player teching quickly on one base, one hatchery, one player delaying their tech a little bit to boost their economy with a second hatchery. And usually what these kind of come down to is like, can the one base player get a lot of damage done with their tech advantage with either something like Ling Speed, which is starting now with a fast Spire, or will they get either overwhelmed by the production once it kicks in, or just sort of like ground out by the improved economy once that like second running base actually kicks in. It is worth noting that Hadamaru has one more drone. Okay, now Zien's got that drone evened up. It does take a while. Like if you're not used to playing ZVZ, like once you get this just because you have this second hatchery at a base doesn't actually mean your economy is that much bigger. Like you have to have the drones to like saturate this base, which can be really hard to get. So like it looks like, oh, 2 bases to 1, like ZN's really ahead economically. ZN is a little ahead economically because of this hatchery and can get more ahead economically eventually, but it will take a while. Hadamaru throwing down a Spire pretty quick. So this is one of those techs that can deal a lot of damage or at least be very expensive to defend. It doesn't look like there's any way that Zian's going to be able to have his own Spire done. Zian is instead going to go for the Hydralisk Den, so we will see the Hydra ZVZ, which can be a bit weird, but
That's
Hydras and the Evolution Chamber. Yeah, I usually want the Evolution Chamber. So Hydras, it's a timing attack. It's not a cheese. Usually the idea is you get a decent-sized economy on 2 bases, go up to 3 or maybe 4 hatcheries, and build a lot of upgraded Hydras.
Padamar's going to try it again with these Lings, but it looks like took a pretty rough fight in the middle there. Will maybe get some drone kills, which can be quite worth it just because Larva's so limited. Well, I guess Xian's got a lot of Larva. I say Larva's so limited, but Xian's got plenty of Larva, so it wouldn't be too huge of a loss. Xian making more Lings. These are panic Lings. I don't think you want to make these. These Lings, these should be drones. Padamaru is making the first Mutalisk. We don't have any Hydras. We do have an Evo Chamber. We don't have any Spores. So my prediction is these first few Mutas are going to fly in and just kind of end the game. It does take a good number of Hydras to fight Mutalisks. And I think the Hydra player did not get their economy off the ground quick enough. Usually the sort of the upside of this is like because you're forgoing tech, you're like delaying your gas and stuff, you can like make a bunch of drones. And just like be ahead economically and use that to fight even slightly inefficiently against the mutas. But the economy's not very big, and being supply blocked does not help that at all. Gotta make a creep colony. Probably need a spore for the main. That will be really rough. Sorry, this is basically a solo cast.
It's all good. I don't know shit.
The ZVZ is a little funky,
Would,
especially this ZVZ.
would it have been valid to try and not kill that Overlord? If that makes sense? To get the
Yeah.
Mutas here faster?
Yeah. Getting the mutas here faster, we're worth it. There's like, it depends kind of what you think your opponent's gonna do. If you know that your opponent's gonna make all the spores anyway, then like really what you're trying to get them to do is make all those spores. And then once you get a few more mutas, you can maybe come in and pick off some drones, even if they do have a couple spores. So you don't necessarily need to like rushing all the way over there is like a I think I can end the game right now move, and that's maybe not bad. It might have ended this particular game, but if you're thinking you might be playing the long game, it can be good to just be like, yeah, I'll just kill that Overlord. Like I know I'm gonna get over there eventually. I know you have to make spores, and so I'm just gonna like get the value that I can get now.
No spores in main, and there's absolutely no defense here. This is big plays from Padamaru. So many drones going down.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Desperately trying to get these Hydras in here.
Low Hydras. Oh no. I mean, these mutas can just fight. Like 5 Hydras lose to 5 mutas. 6 Hydras also lose to 5 mutas, but mutas are like, we don't need to fight you. We can just fight your drones. Yeah, and the Hydra player, like, Hydras need a bigger economy to be viable than mutas and lings do. It's why they're not usually the sort of tech tree of choice. And yeah, so now that Xian's economy is crippled, I think we are done here. It's going to be a Ling counterattack to try to maybe get something done, but Padamaru had his own Lings guarding the ramp, so looks like that's not going to get anything big done. And Xian's going to GG. ZVZ, it's a real matchup. It's one of my favorites.
It's a real matchup.
It's a real American matchup. Still better than TVP, don't at me.
I deeply enjoyed that in a 7-minute game with, you know, short games. I feel like the APM numbers kind of bumped up because there's so much spamming in the beginning. Both players managing to end the game under 100 average APM.
APM is for chumps.
APM is for chumps, man. APM's for chumps.
Just wearing your wrists out. Who needs it?
It's like
Girthing, sneaking in, seeing the Hydra ZVZ before bedtime. Alright, so this one is going to be the matchup that I was just maligning. It's going to be a TVP. Up here at 12 o'clock, we have Rakels. Also sporting the all-in tag. But Rakels is on our team.
Is
interesting.
All-in like a clan? Is it actually a clan that I'm not aware of?
Cat, if all-in is a clan, tell us. And then in this like 8 o'clock spot, in the pink, we have Def Defy. Now, I'm not sure it will randomly assign you this pink. So I think if you are this pink, you have to have picked it. Right? Will it
All
randomly
players.
give you this pink?
I was not aware that they would not randomly give you any of the color choices.
I know for a fact that the random is not actually random. That like it will assign certain colors more frequently to certain races.
Really?
I also thought that the random would not give you the extended colors, the ones that were added in remastered, but that might be fake. That might be fake news. Heron? Okay, am I insane? Is like Terran just like down a worker? Is our
Yeah,
production really slow
I
for
don't
some reason?
understand. Our production is
I
really
like
slow for some reason. It looks
I
like
almost need
Def Defy might be a rather new player, and unfortunately looks like we're going to get gas stolen as well. We're floating quite a bit of money and just now putting down our supply depot, so I if
Tier 3 does see a
Overbreak
pretty wide range of abilities.
it's the hardest. It's truly the hardest tier, in my opinion. You have to play. There's people that have just now picked up the game. Looks like this might have been Def Defy, and there's people that are pretty damn solid. Like watching Microgreen and Character, other than Character, kind of being offbeat as is his standard. They both are very, very solid players, and then brand new players have to get matched up against them. Uh, two gateways. Two
Yeah.
gateways. So we're going to see
How
the
do you feel
Zealot
about two
pressure.
gateways?
I like two gateways. This is. I feel so bad for Def Defy. Haven't we all been there at one point in our StarCraft careers? We're just trying to press the buttons. We're like manually clicking the command card, trying to get our barracks down, trying to get our refinery down. And this asshole makes two gateways.
I still can't get a 114 overpool. Cannot do it.
I remember my first game of StarCraft since I like when I tried to actually get into it, you know? I played some melee games as a little kid, but I clicked in a lobby that said 1v1 Python noobs only and got absolutely ran over doing some terrible one gate tech when the guy made mutas, and I was like, fuck you, bitch, you're not a noob. And he was
It's
like, I am a noob. You're just really, really terrible. And while it was true, it was also hurtful. We're pulling all the SEVs here in response to the first Zealot.
to be fair, we have enough minerals, we can afford it. We can't afford to do is get this marine trapped. Okay, sick SCV block. That was good.
The SEV block.
Gonna lose an SCV
Oh
for it.
god, no.
Okay,
And
gonna
we
lose the
can't.
marine for it too now.
We don't have any more Marines in production. We just now queue up 5.
It's okay, we have the
Oh,
best melee unit in the game, the SCV.
these Zealots. If these were Dragoons, the SEVs would have massacred them. But unfortunately, Zealots are extremely good against SEVs. And these Marines are just not going to be able to. One Marine dripping out at a time is not going to be able to do this. Really, really savage
Rayquels
here by
with
Rayquels.
the Manor Pylon.
Just in case Def Defy manages to recover here, we really want to cripple his economy, you know?
You do want to cripple your opponent's. This is you gotta salt the earth. Plus, this is a game 1. You do have to set the tone. Brood War is a game of psychology, and being able to convince your opponent that you really got him good, matters. We're gonna lose like 3 zealots to 1 marine, so that's good for the Terran player.
Why are we... oh no, we could have killed that second Zealot. And we do kill the second Zealot eventually. But a little bit of weird target firing.
Protoss could rally their units, and I think put this game away for good. Terran has none SCVs. We're at his 0 supply again? We're at 1 supply, and it's a Marine that is building. You don't see it often. Tier 3 casts, folks. Really test your game knowledge.
Really test the game knowledge. You know, I don't want to get too existential.
So this is one of these losses that needs to be digested, I think. You know, it just takes some time. When you're sitting there with no workers and your only supply being the Marine that's in your barrack still. Alright, we got an SCV. Hope Springs Eternal. Heck, we can afford 2 SCVs.
We got a bunch.
Unfortunately, there are 4 zealots wide walking their way into our base right now. 4 zealots, 3 Marines. Have we played this micro tournament level? Okay, I don't think that's how you play it. That's okay. RIP in peace, those Marines, and then RIP this barracks. And this loss seems to have been fully digested.
Death-defy calling GG, stumbling his way through the menu, trying to get out of the game.
It's okay. You can be like tier 0 and click your way through the menus. Looking at you, ArcadePlus.
This I don't want to get so
21
existential
APM.
about it, but it's super tough to play a game where new players can't really get into it. You know, like the Broodmore community is strong, but imagine picking up a game for the first time and being like, "Oh, I found a learning league, perfect." And
having this happen to you?
Absolutely, fucking 4 zealots in your base. You have 3 Marines. Oh, so frustrating for Death-defy. Of course, Reichels is on Horse Emoji, right? So
yes. So we're rooting for it all the way. Okay, in the bottom right, with the probe split that always makes me cry, it is Reichels. I hate that. I hate when one of those workers jumps over the mineral line at the first. I am ready to uninstall the game.
Just leave.
Like
Just leave.
that happens, and I'm like, we're done. It's over. Never gonna get that 114 overpull. Okay, up in the top left, trying their best in the yellow, our Terran player, Death-defy.
And in the bottom right, we have our Peach Protoss.
I already said that.
You said that already?
I said that already.
Oh my god, I'm on crack.
No.
Crazy.
Crack would make you pay more attention. You gotta be you're gonna be on weed or something.
I am on weed actually, so that's fair. That's valid.
Nice. Okay. I did just spend a long weekend in Southern California. I know how you all live now. It involves a lot of weed. Spoiler alert.
West Coast, indeed.
I lived the like West Coast stoner idiot dream for just like a long weekend. Just hang out at an Airbnb with a bunch of friends, go hiking, get stoned, come home, eat like 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Really living my best life.
Living your best life.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So Reichel's gonna mix it up, gonna go for 1 base tech. Death-defy, still working on just getting this this barracks down in a timely manner. Could just expand. We got 400 minerals. Sometimes you find yourself just having 400 minerals in the bank, and you're like, what if?
But if indeed?
Discretion's the better part of valor. eBay. This seems like a misclick. Probably don't want that eBay. And Reichel's gonna gas steal.
Reichel, you
just
crazy
to be
son
annoying.
Of a bitch. You crazy son of a bitch. This Reaver that's incoming though, 100% not gonna get.
Death-defy is freaking out. He's gonna pull all the SCVs, which to be fair, again, we can afford that. We have 400 minerals. We can afford to pull these SCVs and just
let the assimilator finish.
Okay, I don't think we can afford to pull the SCVs and not do any non-shields damage. that seems maybe bad.
And we do have a Zealot on the way as well, with no barracks in sight.
No barracks.
Gotta be frustrating for sure. Barracks just starting, but I don't think it's gonna be. Don't think
in time. Is there a Zealot on the? Oh, the Zealot's just gonna run up here. To be fair, 12 SCVs can fight a Zealot.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean Zealots are efficient against SCVs, but This one zealot should not be.
Will this barracks finish? This feels. I am going to X2 this game. This feels rough. I don't know how much longer I can watch a baby seal get clubbed.
I get the sick feeling that this is gonna
CPL admins, find me for that. Okay, Zealot's gonna kill a million billion probes. Or SCVs. It's a simulator. It's gonna maybe die eventually. Protoss is just taking a natural and making Goon Rain. I guess to be fair, our Protoss player is also tier 3. I think Reichels seems to be a bit more in command of the game, but you know, can't know for sure what you're up against because it's dangerous. What do we got going down in the corner here? Robo, alright. Terran's just making Marines, making SCVs, doing the things Terrans do, making a refinery. I guess that's all you can make without the refinery is Marines and SCVs. And the supply depot, always good. But yeah, this is where those, you know, those macro fundamentals come in, right? Because Protoss is already at 26 probes to 9 SCVs. Did lose some earlier, and like I think these Dragoons can actually just end it. I guess going up the ramp against those Marines might not be pleasant.
Dragoons actually pretty efficient against Marines actually pretty efficient against Dragoons.
Yeah,
rather.
yeah. If the
like you said,
goons
it's
don't
just-
have space to engage. Okay, well they're gonna walk up a ramp. Well, I think the Marines are gonna show off their efficiency here, getting the better of the goons initially. Now in the open, goons should do better, but I think Rakel's the right idea. Just retreat. There's no need to get frisky. Just make more units. We got these gateways. We got some upgrades coming. We're upgrading. Is that
shuttle speed.
observer movement? Hell yeah, Gravatic boosters. How you know you got it made as a Protoss when you're upgrading your observers. I don't actually have any observers, but we're upgrading them. And
Taking
that
a third
owns.
base.
Yeah,
Getting
lose a
some
fight,
extra
take a third
gateways.
base. Character, is that you?
I can't decide how I feel about this. On the one hand,
Aaron going for
If
the
I
FD.
if I was Terran here, how do I feel about the guy not killing me? You know,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's tough. Philosophical questions here. It's tough because you know that they're kind of softballing it.
Well, I mean, you know, once again, our opponent is also a tier 3 player, so I don't know if we could say they're softballing it. They might not be confident that they can end the game yet. They can. We can see with observer vision they can, but that doesn't mean that you know it. But I think these like 9 Dragoons are just gonna stomp this. Even up a ramp, Marines are not that efficient versus Dragoons, and a Reaver and a shuttle. And 4 more gateways at home versus a factory and a half. 15 SCVs.
Can
I think
we
we're
even...
done. I think we're done here. Could we done? Could we over? Could we end it mercifully?
It's
14 SCVs. We have a tank on the high ground.
Oh my god.
We
The
have a
Reaver's on
Reaver.
the
Okay, the
high
Reaver's
ground as
gonna.
well.
Okay, Reaver takes out half of Terran's army. Dragoons are gonna come up here and take out the other half.
Of course, getting Dragoons up a ramp can be a task, but unfortunately for Deftify, even just the 4 Dragoons we were able to get up the ramp is gonna be enough.
Yeah, this Reaver pilot is just sitting in the shuttle smoking a cigarette, and Deftify is gonna tap out. These games were played like 10 weeks ago, so Deftify, if you're out there, hoping you've made some progress, hopefully enjoying Brood War. We all have games like this.
Everybody
Some of us
has
are.
games like this.
Everybody
I lost
has
my
games.
first 30 games in a row, and then finally found someone that was like,
Also, the joy of it is you'll have games like this, and then you'll get better, and you'll think, okay, now that doesn't happen anymore. But then, like, if I play Vermin, it'll pretty much look like this. It's like, oh, like not quite the same, but like this level of yeah, there was no chance. You were just behind the whole game. All right, but we're gonna end on LeaSt matchup. This is a PvP.
let's go. solo
Let's
cast
go.
time.
No, I can cast PvP. I've played more PvP than you've played ZVZ for sure.
I have played upwards of one match of ZVZ. Don't underestimate me, my friend.
All right, you want to do the infos?
I got it. Yeah, I got you. In the 12 o'clock spawn, we have our pink Protoss, Vint. And in the 8 o'clock spawn, we have our purple Protoss, Tech. And
Okay,
I am
have
going
we
to get out
gotten
ahead
this?
of things. There
Go
is
for it.
no
What?
top versus bottom. So
Rip, RIP in peace.
we're gonna,
PSA to the like 4 people watching this broadcast: please play on top versus bottom, because then if you get weird color combos that look a lot like each other on the mini map, we can shift tab and you'll get red versus blue. But right now we can't do that. We get yellow versus yellow, and that's rough. I feel like we've gotten this spawn every time on it. No. There was one we had these spawns. There was one we had like 8 and 4. But I feel like we've seen 8 and 12 a lot. Map's bugged. Heard it here. You heard it here first.
they're using the bugged version.
They're bugging the maps.
Vint.
They bugged the maps.
I didn't see this earlier, but Vint actually has unlimited minerals at each of his mineral patches. That's crazy.
Wait, this is hosted on news map settings? Alright, both players putting down their gateway. Nothing to diverge yet. We'll see if they're going to go for the 2 gate. Okay, Vint is going to throw down a gas. Coach-Pupil, whose name I cannot pronounce, also going to throw down a gas. So 2 players, 2 tier 3 Protoss going for the 1 base tech, the all-rounder, no free wins build. What do these matchups look like? I don't play 1 base tech. So what does it look like when you're going 1 base tech and they're going 1 base tech? Or one gate tech, sorry.
Here's where you just kind of guess at what you think your opponent's going to do and then build the build that is good against that thing. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, small sidetrack. Tech is going Zealot and then a core and then another Zealot. Somehow, still the same core timing as Vint, who did not make a single Zealot, so that's unfortunate for Vint. It looks like Tech is just spending his money a little bit better. But yeah, when you're playing 1 gate tech as Protoss and you're playing another 1 gate tech player, it's tough because Dragoons deny scouting for so long, and you don't really get scouting again unless you go for a robo and observers. But then there are a lot of different builds in this matchup that can punish getting robo observer and then trying to expand. So it's a delicate balance where you have to kind of read what your opponent's doing, and you have to play safe enough to not die immediately, but you also have to take into account the abuse potential. So it's tough. Both sides, though, saying fuck those Dragoons. Vint finally getting one and going to be able to force Tech out.
The Zealot here. It'd be real annoying. This Goon is not.
I've ever seen in my life.
Goon is not shooting. Damage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you lose this first Goon to the Zealot, that seems really pretty rough.
Yeah, if you lose 1 Dragoon to 1 Zealot and they're doing any kind of Zealot pressure, it's very tough.
Oh, we shot our own Nexus.
Firing on the own Nexus.
Protoss on Protoss violence. You won't see it reported on the news. Okay. That's kind of rough, because that Zealot was really the only advantage for Tech. Although now, okay, so this is one of those things, right? Tech is actually ahead in probes by losing a probe there. It is hard to remember to make probes when you're under attack by Zealots. It is also hard to remember to make pylons when you're trying to micro your Zealots. And so we are supply blocked.
That's
Alright, second gateway coming down for both players.
Well, Tech also has this expansion is the thing, so this is kind of huge for
Yes.
Tech. Like you said, the supply block is crucial, and if you just
Goon is so bruised.
Fucking do your
Can't
other
fight
shit
with this
while
Goon.
fighting against 2 gate, it's over. It's over.
Lose the Lagoon. I mean, Probe's going to get into Scout, but it's kind of already seen what he needs to see, right? You see this Nexus. They can't really be doing that Nexus and anything all that crazy, right?
No, they can't. They can't be doing one gate Nexus and then really anything
One gate
other
Nexus
than
and DT, that'd be pretty incredible.
that'd be pretty sick, actually. I think in theory maybe, but you'd have to like get the Forge before the Nexus, because otherwise, if they also go DT, then you just die. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
But Vince over here with 4 gateways and a robo on one base.
4 gateways.
I don't think we can
and a
run all of
dream.
that.
We definitely cannot, but you know, you gotta have the observatory so that if he makes DTs,
Yes.
you don't die, you know? We're doing all
Yeah.
the builds here, but we're doing them safely.
Yeah.
The important thing. But Tech is just now getting his 3rd gateway. He does have quite a few more Dragoons. He has 2 extra Dragoons at this point.
I was gonna say some risk of just getting run over by the production out of Vint, but if we don't, gonna be really ahead with his second base, with the Robotech. Right? Like, should be in a really good position unless we die in the next like 2 minutes.
And I think it's a very, very real chance that we just die here. It looks like Tech isn't going to really be adding any more gateways until he gets an Observer Scout. And he's just not going to
Your
have
cat
enough.
losing his shit, her shit, their
She-
shit.
she is
Nice.
losing
I can hear that. That's
her shit.
hilarious.
She's a vocal one. She's a vocal one. Okay, can we do this? Because you can't even really run 4 gateways. You can see some
Supply
of the
blocked.
gateways are... Oh my god.
Into supply blocked. Cannot get supply blocked when you're doing this. These 4 gateways are the only advantage. And now see, now Tech is pulling ahead. Tech's like 10 supply ahead, and that's not all probes.
Yeah, it's actually both an army supply lead and a probe lead. And we're just not...
And an arc lead.
Techs,
Arcs are a resource.
arcs are a resource, target firing is a resource, it's all a resource.
Target firing is a resource.
Just an insane...
Vin's gonna get
trade
some
from
high
Tech.
ground here, though. High ground is a resource.
Just insane trades from Tech. Look at this target firing. Kind of
Yeah,
goated.
and I think this one's kind of wrapped. Like, well, okay, you're Vint. This just happened. What do you do?
I leave the game. Like
Okay. You're not allowed to leave. You're not allowed to leave the game. Your coach is sitting behind you and is like, "No, as punishment, you must stay."
Okay.
What do you do?
In theory, shuttle speed. Looks like he is getting the support bay. You get shuttle speed. You get a Reaver. I don't even think you can send the first Reaver though, because you have to not die here.
You just pretend you're Snow.
Exactly. Just pretend you're Snow. The thing is, it's so high variance to make a shuttle.
Gotta cancel this Nexus, right? Okay.
Yeah.
There's no way. No way.
Nexus.
Yeah. We're gonna win with the minerals we got in our main.
A Reaver is gonna pop, so we might have a chance. Where did all these
Dragoons
guys
are gonna
come from?
die.
Where did all these
Dragoons
guys
are gonna
come
die.
from? Where were they located?
One Reaver and a Dream. Okay. I'm gonna pause right here. Could Snow win it?
Without a shuttle, no. There's just no way.
Yeah, I think so too.
If we had a shuttle, and probably even have to still be a speed shuttle at that, and it's against Tech, yes, maybe.
Yeah, against Tech, like Vin
Against
gets
Tech's-
to tap in Snow.
Yeah. 100% Snow wins if he has shuttle speed.
It was a
If he
shuttle, but no
doesn't have
shuttle,
shuttle
no
speed-
shuttle, no chance.
No shuttle, no chance. Yeah, the Reaver just can't run away. You can't micro a Reaver without a shuttle. Sick. Oh my god. I know we're rooting for Tech here because it's horse emoji. Because they're horse emoji. This probe drill. Godlike. There's like 20.
You don't think
Dragoons there.
Snow could have drilled the probes that good?
I mean, Snow could have drilled the probes that good, but then Snow
We're
would have
down to 7 probes.
microed his Dragoons and probably saved Reaver. so well that this counterattack would do something. Unfortunately for Vint, going right up the ramp, don't think he's going to be able to trade efficiently enough here, even if he does win the
And we can't
battle.
afford to replace these.
Yeah, we can't afford to replace these exactly. Vint says
GG.
GG's.
Did I play game 2 first? I don't think so.
I don't think so. He must have missed that.
No,
Right?
no, no. It was Apocalypse. Yeah, okay. I got it right. Game 1, game 2. Loading it up. Neo Dark Origin. Two-player
Did we
map.
actually? This may be the last game. We might have
Could
just
be.
finished a cast. That's crazy. That shit
Ready?
hasn't happened yet. Go for it. Let's get it.
What, us finishing a cast? We've only done one other cast.
However, for me personally, finishing a cast, that's huge for me. Okay. What the fuck did Tech just do?
No!
Oh my God, Tech is going for
Oh,
proxy 9-9.
yes!
Just immediately.
love this.
You know, there's no other option here. He's
I
going for
love
like
this.
either Manor Pylon in base,
No,
Or
no, there's got to be
he's
hide
literally-
gateways down here.
or he's literally hiding them. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be hide the gateways. I think that this rocks.
No, this is really.
So in the top left, in the purple again, is Nom Tekajfu, who we're calling Tech because we can't pronounce your name. And in the bottom right, in the teal this time, is Vint. Much more doable without top versus bottom colors. Teal versus purple. Although this teal isn't it. There's one that looks, I swear to Jesus, exactly like the minerals. And whenever anyone picks that, I'm really sad. Okay, I'm not gonna hide it over in the little cubby. Gonna hide it just on the top of the base. Let's see how this works out. Things gonna be 9-9 gateways in there.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
I guess there's no point to hiding 9-9 gateways in the cubby because then they're just gonna block the other ramp, right?
I mean, I guess.
Usually you
so,
gotta
but it
hide
just doesn't
some.
matter. You get so many. I think hiding them in the cubby would be great just for style points. I think if they
I think
don't
the cubby
gateways
is for
either
like
way,
DTs.
that's also fair. But yeah, if they don't scout the gateways, it kind of doesn't matter if it's here or here.
Okay, Vint is going in for a scouty scout.
He is going to be sorely
Tech is making probes. We're at 12 probes.
The
11
good
probes.
old proxy in main. 10,
Proxy
12
in main 1 gate.
No, it is.
Okay. Proxy in main the 10-12. Okay, I don't like that at all.
Sure
Do you like that?
Yeah,
It was like a
of course.
9-12.
What do you mean? This is
What?
called
Like
the
9-9.
economic.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is a macro build.
This is a
like the
macro
5-full.
You know.
Okay, so
worst case
Vint gets into the
scenario,
base,
it's
right?
fucking-
And Vint sees nothing. Nada. Vint's like, okay, you forgot your first pylon? No way. What do we do? Where's our vision?
Okay, the
Vint
big
can
advantage-
actually see. Vint can actually see one of these gateways warping in vision. If you
the
check
big advantage
just.
Tech has. The Zealot is about to pop out for Tech, and the Zealot has not started for Vint. So this could get brutal real fast. The famous getting the shield battery
Before the Zealot.
And the
It's for
second
the
gateway
probes.
before the Zealot. This is so sad. Oh my God. Tech, thankfully for Vint, I guess, is not pushing with the first Zealot. He's just waiting.
Yeah, I gotta save up the Zealots.
Can we
Vint,
maybe?
Vint stole Tech's gas.
No way.
That owns.
Vint is doing
When you
everything-
walk into someone's base, you see nothing. They have to be 9-9ing you, and you're just like, bitch, I'm taking your gas.
Vint is doing everything possible not.
I will
to
delay
what
my
he's doing
zealot to
right now.
take this gas. This is style points. If Vin wins this one, it's gonna be like the most styling ever, right? It's like, and I stole your gas. Probe drill? Probes are dangerous. Can't just be fighting probes.
Probes are pretty
Can't just
good.
be fighting probes, dude. This one
Probe
zealot got
drills are
put
pretty
through
sick.
the washing machine right there.
Say what you
The
will
spin,
about
the spin
Vint.
cycle.
Say what you will about Vint, but the probe drills are fucking sick.
Yeah, that zealot got the spin cycle, and now it's 2 zealots versus 2 zealots and a bunch of probes and a shield battery. So, like, in theory, Vin should be able to hold here. Problem is, we're down to 5 probes,
and Tech can still make gateways. Or Tech can still make out of his gateways, and Vint kinda can't. I think Tech just needs to, like, walk this Zealot back for just a second, and then produce, and then this game will be donezo. Alright, but instead, this last Zealot gets cornered and gangbanged, and now it's 2 Zealots versus 1, but 2 more on the way. Still seems pretty dire. Tech's gonna make a couple of cannons in his base, because, you know, you gotta be thinking, if you're Tech, you're like, why hasn't he left, right? Why hasn't he left this game? So making 2 cannons in the base is probably what I would do, to be like, why are we still here? Did I forget about something?
That's very true. Very true.
Shield battery is still good. Shield battery is still good. 3 Zealots versus 2, though, is also pretty good. We're pulling him back. We're microing. We're shield batterying.
Absolute micro.
We're sniping probes. We're probing snipes. Shield batterying. Shield batterying the Zealot. Nobody is making out of their gateways. We have 4 gateways unused right now. Vince making out of his gateways.
I love the micro, but like sans any decision making from Tech. Like Tech is gotta be. He's like sick micro pullback on the Zealots and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then
We're not
like
using the gateways. Sick micro pullback.
Fighting 3 Zealots with like 2 Zealots, all this kind of shit. And somehow Vince still alive. Tech has not produced out of his gateways even once ever.
Using the gateways? No, that is verboten. That is not how we style upon them.
Oh my god, Vince gonna do this shit.
No, dude, Tech's doing what he should do. Just walk in and kill end these probes. Be like, yeah, you can kill my proxied gateways. I'm gonna kill your last 4 probes.
If I was Tech and I got styled on that hard by the probe drills, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but those probe drills.
That was some real psychological damage. I would be upset. Okay, but you know what else would upset me is losing all of my probes, which is happening right now to Vint. So I would not like that. 2 probes. 2 probes. And we know our opponent was making some probes, because we know our opponent made 2 photon cannons to kill the gas that we stole. So there's goons on the way, and we have 2 probes.
We have 1 probe.
We have 1 probe. All right. Oh, we're staying in it. Hope springs eternal. We're blocking the ramps so they can't rescout.
They can't build any more.
They cannot rescout. Can't build Zealots in the main. Can't scout us. We're just gonna hang out here and macro back up for 1 probe, baby. All right. We're gonna start a 2nd probe. Yeah.
Let's go.
Go.
The tenacity.
Look at where the Zealot is positioned, by the way. You have 2 units, and this is where you put one of them. Like, the balls. The absolute balls. To have this Zealot out here, like, yeah, whatever. I gotta claim some space, you know.
You gotta claim the space.
Gotta claim the space.
Throw your heart out when that rescout probe comes and just absolutely demolish that bitch. Because the real thing holding you back right now, let's keep it real, is whether or not the opponent can scout you.
This is true. If the opponent gets a good hard look at your base, it's over, right?
Right.
They're just gonna end you.
It could be anything.
This Zealot has 5 kills. This Zealot's a war hero. He's about to die needlessly to these Dragoons.
Yeah.
Nope, he's gonna walk up, he's like, yeah, that's only shields. Who needs shields? Just go home. Easy. Okay, yeah, our opponent has more Dragoons than we have probes. That's usually bad. Usually bad.
Tech has seen the entire base multiple times.
He also just saw the entire army, but he doesn't know it.
We do know for a fact that it cannot be DTs. Unless they're like a proxy out on the map, which we would have seen by now.
Yes. We also have multiple cannons in each base.
Killing the opponent is overrated. We've got to make sure we tech up to Reaver. We've got to get a good solid, like, 12 Dragoon, 2 Reaver.
I want to know if this Zealot lives, man. This 5-kill teal Zealot.
I have a sick feeling in my stomach that Zealot is not going to make it through the night.
You don't think he's not going to make it?
I don't think he's going to make it. I think there's going to be 12 Dragoons crossing the bridges in a couple minutes.
I mean,
With
we're
his
about
dying
ready.
breath,
We're
dying breath,
about
he's
ready
gonna
to
send a message on
resume
Akala.
army production as Vint, though, right? Like, okay, we're sending
No,
a probe
so we
out. Is
gotta
this
make a
probe? Is this
nexus.
probe gonna expand? That
We
would
gotta
be
make a nexus.
the. I mean, I guess that's the play, right? Like, how are you gonna come back otherwise?
You can't. You
Just
can't
gotta like,
come back.
just gotta expand and like Jedi mind trick your opponent. Be like, I have DTs over here. You can't attack me.
you
Don't pay
take this
attention to my whole
nexus
base that you scouted.
and then take
Okay.
a third nexus. I think that's the play.
Heck, meanwhile, this observer, right? Like, I think Vince scared him, man. This observer, this is like a what's going on over
What
here
the hell is
observer,
happening?
right? Like leaving the whole army home and just gonna scout him, just gonna see if we know what's up.
Let's see text vision here, and then let's look at his response at home. He sees nothing happening. Not even
Nothing.
range
You see,
Okay, what does
not
he do
mining
now?
gas.
Okay.
We see that our opponent is not mining gas.
There's nothing happening.
Reaver
Like,
started.
There's gotta be something. There's gotta be something. A hidden base? No.
What a game.
What a life. Truly.
This is what CPL is all about.
You know, while we're waiting for the inevitable destruction event due to the despicable play of our Protoss hero tech,
I'm watching the Zealot, man. I wanna see him go. He deserves it.
he deserves to die.
You can't see my screen, but I'm just zoomed in on this one Zealot. 5-kill Zealot. Never forget.
Oh, run away. Yes. Save it. Can the 2 Dragoons and the Hero Zealot. Tech is scared. Tech is so scared right now. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. We've got a Reaver. We've got 18 Dragoons. You can't fight this. You can't fight this. But yet Tech just keeps not pushing. It's crazy. We're going to pylon wall. That might buy Vint enough time to get back in this game.
Heck thought about going down the main bridges, but then saw that the 5-kill Zealot was there and was like, no, we gotta go around.
We gotta go around. Oh my god, this Zealot's gonna make it, isn't it? This Zealot is gonna make it. Thank god. He's gonna have severe PTSD. And he's gonna have some really, really bad trauma.
Yeah. He watched all of his friends die in front of him.
Literally,
horribly.
they were massacring civilians out there. So he's going to be fucked up forever. He's going to wish he was dead, but he is not dead.
Yeah.
Well, okay. We're making Dragoons, and we're making a third gateway and a Robo.
These goons are on a collision course with the Zealot.
Oh,
They
no!
didn't see it.
They didn't see him! Oh, fuck.
He's so brave.
The Zealot's going to die. No, not the Reavers. Okay, at least he didn't die to the Reavers. And Vint
A moment of
leaves?
silence. No. A moment of silence for 5-kill Zealot. I have to screenshot this. Okay.
Rip to 5.
Gotta zoom in.
The Reaver's flying overhead with his last message. He sends, or with his last breath, he sends a message to Ire. These bitches.
Vince, this is one of those losses that requires a bit of digestion. We have 2 Reavers. Vince says GG.
Oh, man. You never want
I
to
gotta
live against the 9-9.
pinpoint the moment when that Zealot died. That's what happens. This Protoss on Protoss violence.
Literally right there. Almost were able to see each other, and then he's like, no, I'm going to go the other way. That should have been a sign. That should have been a sign that that zealot was meant to live.
Yeah, but
in an act
he
of
wanted to die.
In an act of mercy, Tech put that zealot out of his misery.
He wanted to die, man.
That's like fucking. God damn it. It's Die Hard? No. Packrat, I'm sorry. This is the worst content ever, but I need you to tell me what that movie is. Taken? I think it's Taken.
Taken?
Where he just wants to die if his daughter's not there. He's like, I've lost everything else. Yeah, that's it. That's this zealot right here is Taken. Well, anyways, guys, I think that's it, right? That's the.
That is it. That is the whole thing. It's the whole group. It's all of it.
Truly worth requesting.
I'm gonna scroll to the last pick before this zealot dies.
Oh my god.
You can leave.
No,
I'm
I'm not even saying, oh my god, like, why are you doing this? I'm saying, oh my god, I can't go through this again. Oh no.
1304. No, I need the tick before that.
You can still see his little feet.
Our like 5 viewers hate us right now.
All right, I'm just gonna end the stream while we spread the lore of this zealot. Thank you all for tuning in. Good to have you all around. Always a fun time. We'll see you guys.
Oh no! I double tapped it. Goodbye, everyone.